Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Recency Bias Radio Rant. Is something wrong with my webcam? Can y'all see me? I can't see me.
I can't see you.
Oh, okay. What the hell's going on? I can't see myself.
It just says your logo.
What the hell's going on? This shit tweaking. All right, I just turned it on and back off. Hopefully it works now. This shit tweaking.
Oh, wait.
All right, All right, can y'all see me?
No.
Oh, snaps. All right, I'll be right back, like ASAP. No Rocky. Your boy is back. All right, y'all, man. I'm back. What happened to Ray, though? Did she just dip out? What the hell's going on? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Recency Bias Radio, the post-finale rant. We're having some technical difficulties real quick. I think Raven just got to jump right back in. But we're finna get into this. This is a crazy finale because it's had everything that you could ask for in a finale. You know, you had your highs, you had your lows. We thought Josh gave up the win by getting rid of Christmas. Then out of nowhere, he wins it over Paul in the same fashion Nicole won it over Paul. This shit's crazy. But I would like to welcome Raven back to the podcast. How are you doing?
Well, I said I was going to look ratchet as fuck tonight because I thought Paul was going to win. And then if Josh won, I was going to wear all black. But I'm actually very happy with this Josh win because Paul made an ass out of himself. If I were his parents, I would be sitting in that audience, like covering my face, like.
And he didn't do himself any favors. Like,
none.
I mean, damn. Like, bro, they're talking to each other in the jury house. You don't need to keep lying to these motherfuckers, man. They got the receipts already, bro.
He didn't even own it. Like, if that were me, I would literally stand up there and I would be like, yep, I fucked all y'all over and I don't give a fuck. Give me my money.
Yeah, I mean, damn. And honestly, I thought his speech was incredible, but he couldn't work his way back from the questionnaire portion.
No, his speech was awful.
I thought Josh's speech was awful.
His speech was like, compared to last year where it was his first year, it felt like last year he was just in the moment and he was just more passionate about it. This year it was like a checklist, like a laundry list of shit. Like, okay, so I never sat on the block like Derek. Okay, check. I ruled everything like Derek did. Check. I ran the entire game like Paulie Calafieri in a douchebag way. Check. Boy, bye. Sit your ass down. Go home. Get you some home training. Like, you lost to Josh.
Yes,
you lost.
Yes. This is legitimately. I'd even rank Adam above Josh.
I would rank Victoria from season 16, who didn't even win, above Josh.
Yeah. This is no. I can't put Victoria over Josh. Josh, I ain't gonna do you like that, bro.
Josh was entertaining.
Yeah. I can't do that to
Jordan.
But I mean, this is why I'm entitling this rant the last laugh, because this is the last hurrah for Paul. This is the Paul retirement party. There was a Raven exposed party. Let's start a new hashtag. Let's create this wave ourselves, Recency Bias Radio family. Let's call it the Paul retirement party.
And you know the best
hashtag
part?
If
he would have like not been so, what's the word I'm looking for?
Condescending.
What's that thing where you're just so focused on one person?
Tunnel vision.
tunnel vision on Cody,
Yeah.
Jessica would have voted for him. So he could have knocked out Elena, who did not vote for him, Mark, who did not vote for him.
Yeah. It's funny, like, he lost basically to two groups of showmances, and essentially, who else gave him a vote besides the two showmances?
It was Kevin, Christmas.
Kevin voted for Paul.
Yeah, Kevin voted for Paul. Oh, who voted for Josh? Cody, which I'm not gonna lie,
Oh,
that
it was
did
Cody.
shock me.
That's who
that
was.
Did shock me.
He was the one. Yeah,
Cody was the one that gave it to him. Cody, Alex, Jason, Elena, and Mark.
That's crazy, because that lets me know that there's nothing Kevin could have said to Jason to make Jason want to vote for Paul.
Oh,
because
hell no.
they supposed to be cool.
Jason
you feel
was
me?
Not doing that.
Because at that round table, they was talking to Kevin like, Kevin, why ain't you mad at Paul? He was like, hey man, look, man, it's a game, man. The guy played the great game, man. I'm thinking like, Kevin, you got a clause in your contract too? Like, what's going on? Like him, Raven, Matt, none of them would say one negative thing about Paul. It's like, what's going on here?
And then when Jessica is mentioning that Paul did not give a shit about any of y'all, Raven is like looking like, wait, what?
Well, see, Raven, she knows the truth. Pre-game alliance, honey. She got that look on her face. You know what I'm saying?
She was gonna get like 15% of that winnings of those $500,000 winnings.
PGA
like,
Tour, honey. Pre-game alliance, PGA Tour.
You lose, okay, this just shows how bad of a player Paul is. Not good. You are given friendship bracelets, 4 weeks of immunity, not one, but 2 friends on the cast to go with you.
This man lost to Nicole and Josh.
Oh, all the comps in the beginning were your comps that you've already won.
Yes.
And on top of that, you're given a pit bull, aka Josh, a freaking scorn lover, I guess, is what we can call Christmas, and an entire clan.
Do you think he threw that final HOH?
I think he did.
Watching it, it seemed like the questions were legit, like confusing. Because the one with Matt, I thought it would be cereal, and it ended up being Raven's cooking.
Yeah,
who would ever think it's Raven's cooking? But Josh, he was
cooking, I was like, ugh.
Josh just took a chance, and it was like, oh, it was Raven's cooking. And Paul was looking at him like, what the hell's going on here? Is production helping him now?
Literally.
And Josh was legit just like, I gotta take chances.
But you know what? Josh fucked up that speech, and you could tell that he like what's his face? Paul got in his head. You could fucking tell Paul got in his head at that last speech, right? But sincerity trumps memorizing a fucking speech that you probably came up with 365 days ago when you lost wearing the same motherfucking shirt.
Yeah, and I saw the clips of Paul coming up with that speech. He was laying down like, people of the jury, people of the jury. And he kept restarting it, trying to like get the whole thing. It's like, man, why can't anyone come into this speech without something rehearsed? I feel like it would go a lot better. Like
Ian's little self did.
Yeah, because Ian, he came for Dan's neck in that final speech. He came for his neck. He was like, Dan ain't dragged me nowhere, coach. Shoot, they was trying to get rid of me in the final 5.
Paul, I feel like started out with that first question. Elena just snipped his ass. Like,
Elena said something. She said something to the fact of, what did she say? She said drama is nothing. She said something. Or
she said, cut scene jury management does not exist or something.
Yeah, she said something like that.
That brought me back to Big Brother 10 when Michelle, I can't remember her last name, but Michelle hated Dan. But
that's the Portuguese girl, right?
Huh?
That's the Portuguese lady, right?
Yes. But she said, do I vote for the person that didn't get any blood on their hands or the one that got the blood on their hands? I'm going to go with the one that got the blood on their hands. Paul made everyone do everything for him. Paul literally had Josh bark at people for him.
He did.
And that's why they voted for him. And I feel like that's why Cody voted for him. Because
I legit thought Cody was gonna reward Paul though, because
too.
earlier in the season he said, if you guys are dumb enough to let this guy go to final 2, then I'm gonna give him my vote too.
Okay, he walked up there and he said, "I'm gonna keep my word."
Yeah, when has he ever once said, "I'm voting for Josh"?
Yeah, I was like, wait, did Josh pull another thing before Feeds came on, like he did with Kevin, with that 25K and
yeah,
what?
I'm really eager to see these post-finale interviews because I want to hear from a lot of these people, preferably Cody. Christmas, what I didn't understand from her is she asks Josh a question about Pepe or the crutches.
Really stupid question.
And then she votes for Paul anyway. So it was like, I thought this was a situation where like she was going to vote for him regardless. And she kind of just threw him an easy question because that happens at Survivor sometimes. Sometimes they just throw softballs at people who they're going to vote for anyway.
Well,
and I thought she was doing that.
As hell.
Yeah, I mean, and see, I'm torn in this situation. As a black man, I'm happy for Josh because I feel like him winning the game in this fashion, it helps any black man that's somewhat sane from this point further in Big Brother. Now it's like, oh, wow, he's no Josh. That's for damn sure. He can stay. You know, now if you're anywhere close to that Josh archetype.
And still win.
Yeah, I mean, it really... And see, I'm not willing to give Josh credit that this was all his strategy from the get-go. I'm not willing to buy that.
Made that shit up from the fly, and I give him credit for at least doing that. I mean, he knew that Paul was a little slime ball.
Yeah, he literally farted in a jar, then sprayed some Axe deodorant spray in the jar, and then said, hey, take it. You know, and they bought it. They said, oh, this shit smells decent to me.
Bought the shit, hook, line, and sinker. Like, Paul was lying the entire time, and Josh was bullshitting the entire time. And you have Paul just sitting there looking at him like, fuck.
That's legitimately the first time I've ever seen Paul pray, was when it was tied 4-4. He's sitting there like, oh my God, not again. This man was having PTSD flashbacks.
He's like sitting there praying to Buddha or whatever it is.
Nicole, not Nicole. Not again.
Oh my God. And then whenever it came down to Cody's key, he like squirmed in his seat. Like, oh my God. Because he knows he lost.
He knew that shit was icy. He knew that shit was icy.
The greatest.
He was salty, boy. This is the first time I've ever seen Paul throughout an entire final episode be salty the whole time. Like, he didn't have one moment of happiness, in my opinion.
No. He was
pissed at Josh. He was pissed at the questions. He was pissed at Cody winning AFP. He was pissed at Julie calling him a bridesmaid.
The face of Cody winning AFP because they were zooming in on Cody and Jessica hugging, and I'm like, okay, I don't give a fuck about y'all. I want to see Paul.
In real talk, it felt like a power switch happened. It felt like Julie flipped on Paul and started siding with Cody and Jess.
The bridesmaid.
She's like setting them up for their marriage while calling Paul a bridesmaid. It's hilarious. You can't even write this irony. You can't even write it. She called this man a bridesmaid 2 years straight.
Josh or Paul on my TV screen again. Goodbye. And then we had to see Nicole and Victor tonight too. And Davon. I'm sick of seeing Davon. I'm sorry. I know that she is like supposed to be there for the African American community. That's who she represents. She represents us. But I'm sick of her ass.
I think Davon is just. She's very overrated from a game perspective. And the only reason why she was even picked for her season was because she was supposed to be Vanessa Russo's foil because she worked at a casino. So her entire claim to fame for getting casted is trash to me. But as a sister, you know, I don't got no problem with her.
I think she's hilarious. I think she has the greatest DRs. But my God, how just bring me Danielle Reyes. Just bring me her. And you know it's fucking hilarious also. Please tell me you saw Dr. Will on Instagram Live this morning. His dirty ass. He's gonna say, I know tonight we have myself asking questions in the backyard along with the Big Brother Canada winner, Ika Wong. And it wasn't a mistake. He really thought she was the winner at Big Brother Canada.
Well, she's the people's winner. That's for damn sure. You know how The Rock. She's the people's
Poor
champion.
Kevin Martin's ass is like, and then he tweeted her. He tweeted her and was like, "Oh, you'll be in LA this morning? Good. I need a PA to go get me some coffee."
I mean, real talk. Kevin Martin, I still stand by the fact I think Kevin Martin winning BB Can 5 is the only reason why BB Can 6 was questionable. Because it wasn't the outcome no one wanted. Like, we like, this guy won? This weirdo, this guy who wants to act gay to get further in the game. I just couldn't co-sign that game.
Kudos. He did more than the entire Big Brother 19 cast did.
He did, though.
All season.
He did, though.
That boy,
but to be fair,
do whatever it took. Like,
but to be fair, in Big Brother Canada, they have morals, right? They're not willing. If there's someone that's on the outside, they're not willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that person goes home. Whereas in Big Brother US, this season proved that nothing is off limits if someone's on the outs. You know, whereas because production probably favored Ika, but they weren't going to do nothing to guarantee she won either, and that's why the prestige of that product is so much better than US right now.
Shoot, I feel like I shouldn't even say that, but yes, exactly. And Kevin Martin posted on Twitter, he goes, "If y'all don't like Big Brother 19 right now, feel free to come over to Canada, BB Can 6, hashtag."
Low key, if they don't put me on BB20, I tell you one thing, I'm gonna find a way to get a fake Canadian ID.
I've been Googling how to become a resident.
I'm saying though, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I was telling somebody this earlier today. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, by the way, everyone that's watching this live right now, if you haven't already, check out the BB19 diss song "Foo-Foo." Okay, if you want some entertainment, go and check that out. But stay with us right now. After this is over, check that out. Share it.
Go look that up.
We need to make sure that gets to CBS because they need to hear that song, because that song I completely shitted on all of them. And it was something important for me to convey. I didn't even curse in the song until the end where I said, fuck ratings, do what the fans want. So we need to drill that message home to CBS. And the more people that like that video and share it, the more they'll realize, wow, all these people agree that we're shitty people in production. We need to change something. So please catch this lightning in a bottle and help me pass this on. That's all I can ask for. But
also,
go ahead.
What was up with all the Christmas? I'm not even gonna say praise. I guess praising for the last week. Why were they afraid to take Christmas?
Yeah, I don't get that either. I think Paul is such a despicable human being, and that he knew that he was pretty much screwed if he didn't take a buffoon. And Josh, he knew he was such a buffoon that he needed to take a despicable human being. So they both despicable human beings.
This is my thing. Paul literally, the reason he got Josh to do all those things in the beginning of the season was because Paul knew in his mind, okay, I need someone worse than me to sit next to in the final two. So far, there's no one here yet. So I need to make someone that person. And what did he do? He made Josh into this little demon, I guess.
Yeah.
And then as everyone's leaving the house, they keep telling him, take Josh to the end. You'll win. No one will vote for Josh. No one will vote for Josh. And then
and you called this outcome like a month ago, by the way. People give me credit for predictions. Let me give you credit for your predictions when they are due. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Ravens out here just throwing just straight gems out here. And I was like, there's no way, man. These puppets.
Yes.
And they did it.
Yeah, because they don't give a fuck. They did not give two fucks what the fuck Paul had to say. They didn't care if Paul was sitting next to the fucking mayonnaise. Okay, the jar of mayonnaise in that fucking kitchen. He could have been sitting next to the rubber duck that he freaking had around his waist that he is probably gonna go cry to when he goes home. Okay, yeah. He's gonna be using that $50K on some therapy because he's gonna have some PTSD.
I think he legitimately took some time to cry because when Josh was announced as the winner, he let Josh walk out. Then he grabbed the little rubber ducky thing, Sebastian or whatever the hell he calls that shit. And then he walks towards the kitchen.
Out on that stage,
and I was like,
"You for America's favorite player, bitch."
Yeah, I wonder. He walks towards the kitchen. I'm thinking, he's got to be going over there to cry or something.
Yeah, he was crying. crying like a little cow. Ooh.
Because they went to commercial, and then when they came back, all of a sudden he's standing with everyone like we're all together again, you know? Like, yeah, it was almost like the Seattle Seahawks during the national anthem, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, but they were just standing there, and I'm like, damn, Paul, you know, and Paul, you know, he's got all the excuses in the book. Well, maybe they didn't see what I did. Honestly, to play devil's advocate, I do somewhat feel sorry for Paul for one reason. One reason. I feel bad for him because there was no other person he could have sat next to win this game except Josh, and he still lost.
That just shows how.
Well, maybe Raven. Maybe he made a mistake.
Okay, yeah, he could have sat next to Raven. No.
I don't think people would have rewarded Raven this way. I think Josh found a way to make himself someone you would feel sorry for. He mentioned religion in his speech. He mentioned his family. I don't know if the jury, when they were in the jury house, I don't know if they found out about the hurricanes. That may have played a factor in their vote as well.
I can tell you what played a factor in him losing. His dumb ass is going to sit there and talk shit about Cody to Mark on Mark's last night there. And then he's going to literally like go off on Mark and kind of basically bully Mark for standing up for his friend. Are you? I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say the R word. Are you stupid?
Yeah, I think
stupid.
I think I chose a poor choice of words when I said I feel sorry for him.
People in jury.
I don't.
Mark's the third. You make those three. Those three people are connected. That's 3 votes. 1 more, 2 more. You're out, motherfucker, and you're not even halfway through the game.
Yeah, see, and that's what makes it incredible to me because. Okay, so the people. So what I want to know is
him blindsiding Jason, put the nail in his coffin right then and there.
I just don't get why Kevin, of all people, why did he vote for Paul? Like, this is the guy everyone was so convinced deserved AFP over Cody, which is why I want to discuss this real quick.
Oh God,
he rewards Paul over Josh, and the people who wanted Josh to win, ironically, happen to be the people who wanted Kevin to win AFP. So he went against all of your wishes. So I'm wondering from you Kevin fans, how do you feel about this?
I'm a Kevin fan, and I give Kevin for, well, I think Kevin's vote.
I don't get his vote.
I think Kevin kind of felt like I think Kevin probably saw it as because, okay, Kevin came in 4th. Once that 4th person comes in and they have that jury roundtable, all of the jury members, they go back into sequester separately. So Kevin didn't have time to really get all that shit jammed into his head like Alex did for an entire week with Mark, Cody, Elena, and Jason. Whereas Mark, Cody, Elena, Jason, Alex, those 5, they had an entire week. And I said, in jury, Paul's little ass cannot go walk into every room 27 times a day to make sure no one's talking about him. And so when they do talk about him, I can guarantee you it probably wasn't Cody. It was probably, I feel like it was Mark/Jason. Them bitches sat down and said, all right, y'all, we look like fucking fools. Let's take over this jury. Matt and Raven's asses are constantly banging it into their heads that Paul should win. Okay, no, they're crazy. I'm not siding with those crazy motherfuckers. America hates them too. We got to vote against Paul.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like Alex was low-key spitting game at Jason. You know, he's the best guy in this season. I'm like...
I think Alex and Jason, in 6 months, we're going to find out that Jason is no longer married and him and Alex are going to be posting Instagram pictures together.
I mean, she's even changing the course of history. She said that she's been with Jason since day one. Excuse me. Do you not remember the alliance you had with Megan, Jillian, and Ramses?
Yeah,
the worst alliance in Big Brother history? I mean, that alliance makes the moving company look like the fucking... I don't know.
The Chilltown.
Yeah, they make them look like one of the best ever. It's like, what are you talking about? You know, that alliance was trash. Like, when you really look at that 4-person alliance, I mean, yeah, Alex survived, but the other 3 maybe.
Alex.
The other three was so worthless. I feel bad for Cameron.
Oh my God. And you know what? Oh,
He spilled his heart out there. He was like, man, I was only in this game for like a day, and y'all in here, and y'all just giving your games to Paul? What the hell is going on? I felt bad for Cameron, and you know what they're going to end up doing, right, Raven? You know what they're going to end up doing.
Oh, Cameron's going to get another chance. Cameron's going to be on some sort of season.
I don't think they're going to bring Cameron back. I think Josh winning this season guarantees that Christmas comes back.
No.
Christmas will be back. They're going to do it.
Not be back.
They want to see Christmas with two legs.
No, I'll tell you who will be back.
I mean, we know it's going to be Cody and Jess coming back.
Cody and Jessica. But see, I don't think Cody. I think Jessica.
I think Cody comes back if Jess does.
I want to see Jessica play without Cody, because when Jessica and Cody together, I'm sorry, they're like Brendan and Rachel. They're just stupid.
Yeah. It reminded me of that. You ever seen that movie with Will Smith, Hancock?
No.
He got the woman. He's a superhero, and he has a woman he's in love with who's also a superhero. But the closer they get to each other in proximity, the less powers they have.
Yeah, they're like
Hancock. They're essentially that. When they're together, they feel powerful because they're together, but they're really at their most vulnerable.
It blew my mind how Alex said Jessica made the biggest mistake in the game. Bitch, you got your number one ally, your ride or die, and yourself. Literally, like, y'all drove off a cliff. Y'all died. You and your ride or die died because of you.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't get Alex, the bitter juror. It's like
Alex was bitter as fuck. Oh my God.
Alex, what did you expect, Alex? But then again, she did plant the seeds, though. Up
there with that key, she stabbed that. Oh my God, she looked evil.
If we're really gonna be friends after this, we'll see. It's like,
she was like, I'm voting for who stabbed me in the front and not in the back. Bam! I was like, can you make it a little more obvious, child?
I'm saying though, man, and that is exactly why we need to be on BB20, man. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if I played with Paul, I'd be a bitter ass juror too. I'm bitter right now. I'm not voting for him.
Oh yeah. But see, I'd be
Josh. I'm sorry.
I'd be that guy when it's time to read something off the card. I'd ask my old question, but act like I'm reading the card. I'd be like, Paul,
I always said I would do
why are you such a beta male?
Like Cody, I wanted Cody to ask what's his face, Paul, a question.
Oh yeah, they didn't let him ask Paul that.
Because Cody would have been like, so,
no, sir,
I have nothing that you don't have my vote. Bye. Like Cody did not want to be there. Cody was, oh my God, the montage of everyone saying Paul. Oh, it was like
Cody had this blank stare, like he was like, man, I'm so tired of this shit, man. You would have thought he was at home and Jess wasn't. Like, he didn't have to watch the whole season. He was so tired of this shit. God. That was his first time seeing any DRs in person, and he was already tired of it. He was like, just staring into the wall. I'm like, dang. But honestly though, man, okay, Josh is the winner. But
I'm good with it. It describes this season. Zero gameplay.
I thought in that part 2 HOH, I thought Josh showed me that he is a terrible player. Like, you're going against someone with one leg that has to run up and down stairs, okay? And you mean to tell me it takes you 1 hour and 32 minutes and it took her 1 hour and 37? Josh, were you trying to win this?
Like, I will say, those little slingshot thingies, they do look hard.
But see, the strategy, they had the strategy all wrong. As long as I was talking about this on Twitter, as long as you don't have to pick up something that you knock down on accident immediately, the strategy is to knock down everything first and just put up the ones that are supposed to stay up and then hit the buzzer.
So true. That's so true.
But they're so stupid. They can't get this is why y'all need me on BB20, big brother. That's the strategy I would use. Just hit them all down and put up the ones that need to stay up.
I would have left them all down. And
exactly.
I would have just left Paul up.
I'm saying though, you could literally do that competition in 20 minutes if you use your brain. But they were so busy thinking, oh, well, if I knock that down, let me go put it up right away. And then let me come back up the stairs. They're exhausting themselves.
Would have only left Paul up for who won HOH weeks 1 through blah, blah, blah. I would have just left Paul up and pressed the button forever. We would have been out there for 24 hours and 24 minutes. We would still be out there right now during the finale.
But I gotta give y'all a conspiracy theory. I think Christmas won that comp. I think the time is too close for Christmas to lose. I think Josh choked that shit, and they didn't want Christmas to get in the way of this final two with Josh and Paul. And I think they could have rigged it, because you mean to tell me 7 minutes, man? And out of an hour and a half, he happened to win that by that little? I don't know. That looked iffy. That looked like one of those scores from back in the day when Paul wanted Ramses to throw the veto. Ended up being a time comp, and Paul won with like some like crazy ass score, like 4 minutes, and everyone else had like 8. You know,
I feel like, okay, so they had the jury roundtable like a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
They had that about a week ago. They had that competition that competition that Josh and Christmas had like 5 days ago. So by the time they put the jury into their own sequestered hotels, they knew who. Well, I guess they had a feeling as to who each jury member was going to vote for. So I feel as though it didn't matter who. My name's MJ. Who old boy was sitting next to, he was fucked. Like, Paul was a lost cause, and we ruined. And this is what makes me mad. They spent $25,000 to Kevin to press a button to bring the motherfucker in, all for him to ruin a good season. What had the potential to be a good season and not even win. Get the fuck out of here. You got more advantages than anyone that has ever played this game as a veteran. You got more advantages than Rachel Riley did on BB13. And you still lost?
Well, you know what? That's a good debate right there. Who had more help? Because I'd argue Evil Dick having to leave with HIV gave Rachel the game.
Yeah.
Because Danielle
became drowned her in the pool and she would have been deceased.
Because Danielle, she got rid of Brendan. Brendan comes back because the worst player of all time, Lawan Exum, thinks he's going to get a power from throwing his game away. You know, and then when Brendan comes back, that pushes Rachel even further down the road in the game.
Yeah, because then Danielle wins that HOH and sends him out like a revolving door the next week. Like, because she's actually smart. What's up with all these people that get a second chance staying in the game? What? Bye. No. Out.
Yeah.
No.
I just want one like bare bones seasons of Big Brother, man. Like, okay, we could still have a veto and, you know, all. I really don't even want the veto no more. I want it to go back to, you know what, whoever's the two people on the block, one of them is going to go. And it's got to come down to your mouthpiece who going to stay. Because that's what makes Dr. Will so legendary. He didn't have a chance to ever take himself off the block. And he always positioned himself as a person who never cared. And that made everyone keep him. Like, it was the best reverse psychology gameplay of all time, you know?
Yeah.
And I wish we could go back to those grassroots, because that's when strategy truly was at its finest. Now you got all these different twists, you know? And at any moment, I'm pretty sure if Paul was on the block, they would have whipped another temptation out of the ass, but they didn't have to. I'm pretty sure they would have.
They literally had a tree, that little tree of temptation or whatever. And Paul convinced these idiots, which this is where I feel Jason and Alex, again, idiots, because they could have gotten the double veto if this were the case, but convinces that entire cast not to friggin' pull an apple off the damn tree.
Yeah. Yeah, that's some goof troop stuff. If I get
like production, and by that time, production was like, fuck Paul, fuck this kid.
Yeah, he wouldn't even allow anyone to utilize something that they probably spent thousands of dollars creating this tree, you know?
I mean, literally, I spent an entire season, 3 months watching the Paul show, and he doesn't even win.
And he never got put on a block and he doesn't win. That's got to hurt more than anything, to know that you played for all intents and purposes. Just
and that shows
if you take the emotion out of it, he played perfectly. But when you add the emotion, he played the most flawed game of all time.
No,
and
that shows you the difference between someone like Paul, who's so egotistical and has never even watched the show still, to Josh, who has watched the show for however many years.
I did like how Josh dropped that bomb on him. Oh, there's some things Paul doesn't know about me. I'm actually a super fan. And Paul was looking at him like,
I loved when Julie played Josh's goodbye messages, and Paul is like, I think it's cowardly of him to do that. And I'm like,
yeah, that was whack. That was whack.
Dude, you know he's friends with Raven. You know he is friends with Raven. Just by that alone, he is just as delusional as Raven. You know him and Raven are BFFs outside that house.
Paul finna be like, ain't none of y'all about to meet Victor. None of y'all, because y'all ain't vote for me. None of y'all can meet Vic. Hey, Vic, we out. Like, he finna dip with Vic and Nicole. He finna be like, and now, watch, whenever Paul does interviews now, watch he act like BB18 was the better season. Remember all the shade he threw at BB18's house guests this entire season? Now he's gonna talk like BB19's house guests are even dumber. Now he's gonna talk about they were more bitter. Now he's gonna speak about Davon like she smells like dandelions. You know, he gonna give her all this credit. He gonna kiss her ass.
Davon is in the backyard right now saying,
"Oh, I know she's losing it."
6 feet to talk to me. So shut the fuck up.
I feel bad for Dom, man. They wouldn't even let her dominate on the finale. Like, that ain't cool.
Oh shoot.
They ain't let her say a single word, man. They must have been scared that she was gonna say blackface, Paul. They must have been scared she was gonna like utter something.
I thought Jessica or Ramses was gonna say something about #Raven Exposed Party. I really thought that was about to come out, and I was about to.
Yeah, it really felt like they wanted Jess to talk, but it felt like they coached her on what she couldn't talk about.
Oh yeah, because she was more like
she was dancing around some things, you know.
Yeah,
she was really dancing around it.
Oh, can we also please talk about the fact that Matt is gonna try to come at Mark at that jury roundtable?
Yeah, I didn't. So Matt is starting shit with Jason. He's starting shit with Mark. I don't get Matt. Like, I can't tell if he's doing this because he's trying to. I can't tell if he's doing this because there's someone in the production team in Sequester that's telling him, "Hey, we need some drama." I don't know if he's doing that because of that or because he honestly believes he has a chance of coming back for another season if he starts drama. I can't tell which one it is. It might be a little bit of both, but it doesn't make any sense. It's like, bro, why are you beefing with all of these people? The game's over, bro. Okay, you're gonna vote for Paul. That's cool, bro.
Why didn't he do this?
Why are you coming at Mark?
He was in the house with these people.
And Mark, shout outs to you, Mark. I can tell you got some cutty in the jury house.
Dude, no, Mark got petty as fuck. Mark, I feel like Mark just needed to finally just let it all out, and finally he has. He's like, I'm not playing for $500,000 no more. Fuck you all. I hate you all. Goodbye. I don't want to see you at jury. I don't want to see you on finale night. I don't want to see any of you at all. Period.
But that's but the reason why he turned into the Mark we wanted to see the whole season is because what I'm saying is he got some cutty from Elena. He's feeling confident now. He like,
but he got that in the house.
He got it in the house? I didn't know that.
Oh my God, yes. Go on YouTube. It's on there.
Oh.
Oh yeah, he got it in the house.
Well, then why wasn't he this great?
It took him getting evicted. I never saw someone excited about getting evicted.
Yeah, but I kind of felt like in his last week at the house, I didn't feel the way he went about that shit. He did
fight the hardest though to stay in. Like, he was telling Jason and Alex, like, he was speaking the truth.
When Paul called him out, though,
if y'all evict me, Jason, you're next. Alex, you're right behind them, and I get to punch both of you in the face if y'all are next in the jury house. And
but remember when Jason snitched on him to Paul and Paul confronted him in the kitchen? Mark didn't have that same energy with Paul. That's what really I didn't like it.
See, I wouldn't have the energy to. I wouldn't have the energy to fight with Paul either, though. Now that I'm thinking about it, because Paul's that person that just sucks the life out of you. He's like a midget version, a more intelligent version of Josh. he's a more intelligent, more mature, more soulless, heartless version of Josh.
I mean, when you call yourself Dead Skull, you're definitely soulless. That's for damn sure.
Josh is a little mama's boy, but at least he has deep down. At least Josh got a heart. Like at least, like Josh.
Yeah.
At least Josh cares about people. Paul sees people as like. Paul had a girlfriend this whole season, and he's sitting there all cuddled up for Christmas.
Hey, and I did see a video clip this past week of Christmas. It looked like she was giving him a masturbation. I can't put my finger on it, but Paul was laying on his back. She was laying next to him, and then all of a sudden, something happens, and he rolls over. And I'm like
12 years older than him. Damn. Oh my God.
And then she pulled the Derwin Davis and put her leg over his body. So I'm like, ooh, yeah, Paul, he let one loose right there.
He is a two-time loser. Please do not make him like a Boston Rob and give the motherfucker like 2 more shows to compete on until he finally wins one. Please.
I definitely think we'll see Paul maybe on An Amazing Race. I think that'll happen.
Oh, who watches The Amazing Race?
He's a CBS franchise player at this point. Like he's like a little prostitute.
He's
They're
gonna
gonna throw him everywhere.
He's gonna take Jeff Schroeder's place if Davon didn't, or him and Davon will be co-hosts. God help us all.
I don't know. I think Davon is better than Jeff, but I think they need to wait to replace Jeff. You need to have the right guy.
The damn iPad.
You need someone who's really charismatic to do that job, because you need someone to. Because see, she's perfect for that job.
Ica is
for ET Canada. She's perfect in that type of a role because she just naturally has that attitude that makes you want to smile and makes you want to engage in conversation with her. But what I wanted to talk to you about right now, though, is what are your thoughts about Paul and his family's financial burdens? So this nigga poor now. He in the projects now. He's Section 8.
He is Raven. He is the reverse Raven.
I mean, I've never seen a guy go out of his way. First off, the edit. What are they doing even putting that in the edit? Oh, man, I want to solve my family's financial burdens. Like, bro, you had 50K last year. You're getting 50K this year. You are
a TV character, and that is it.
Yeah.
That's all we have seen of him all season. All he's been doing is shit for the edit. And that is why all season I've just been like saying, oh my God, please.
To all you NFL fans, here's the greatest analogy to who Paul represents. He is the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills at one point in time went to the Super Bowl 4 straight times and lost each one. Paul is essentially the same thing. This man made it to the mountaintop twice and was told, not good enough, fam.
He's a poor man, Russell Hantz. There you go.
Yeah, you know what? That's an even better comparison. He's Russ.
A poor man's Russell
Back-to-back seasons.
At least Russell Hantz doesn't have to try to be funny. That man's just hilarious on his own. Paul has to try and Russell Hantz don't give a fuck.
But at least Russell the second time, at least he lost to a already made champion though. He lost to Sandra Diaz. At least he lost to a champion. Whereas Paul, this man literally looked for the easiest one to beat, found him, and still lost. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, this changes the way people go about strategy. I hope this changes the entire mentality of dragging people to the end. Don't drag them. Get rid of them.
That's because Paul is fake as fuck. Like, I could see Paul being that person. He's so nice to your face, but then behind your back, he's like a little catty little girl.
Honestly,
for him, if I were, I would not.
Now that I've seen Paul lose to Josh Raven, I'm not so sure he would have beat James. I'm not so sure anymore. I'm not.
James was like a dead body. Shit, Josh.
So was Josh.
Paul wouldn't have beaten old man Jerry from BB10.
I mean, I don't think Paul could have won last year versus James. Like, this is because I mean, people are saying, well, he should have never took Nicole. It was girl power, feminism, blah 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 blah. But no. I'm pretty sure the same people that would have voted for Nicole would have still had the same problem with Paul if James was standing right there.
Exactly.
And Natalie would have still voted for James.
Natalie didn't vote for him because he literally told her right after she told him, I'm giving you my vote. The night before she is getting evicted, he says to her, like, you're a fake bitch, blah, 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 blah. Why the fuck? This bitch just told you she's giving you her vote and you're gonna... I can't.
Yeah,
I can't. That makes you dumber than the idiots that you just played with.
Yes. You know,
what is wrong with you? Paul does not have, like, good peoples.
I just think Paul thinks that he's a bigger deal than he is. And I think last season, having all those people tell him he was robbed, I think that hiding his ego to a level that was impossible to reach, and he somehow got there. And then when you give him 3 weeks safety, now his ego gets higher.
And he's the only vet, so he probably thought he was like God's gift to the green earth.
But my thing though is with Jason and Alex, look, man, y'all two have said some of the most like just vile things to stay cool with Paul. And for you to now all of a sudden be mad at Paul for cutting you when he had to cut you, I just think y'all are hypocrites. But maybe they rewarded Josh because at the end of the day,
Josh didn't.
Not much that separates them from Josh.
Josh really said. At the end of the day, if you think about it, what Josh really said? I mean, his vocabulary isn't big enough to say anything offensive.
That's true. I mean, he does say he just says meatball. I mean, you know,
even Jessica has said. I've watched a couple of her Instagram live things or whatever, and she's even said like, I'm rooting for Josh. Josh, I feel like people like those, even Cody, they get him because Josh, at the end of the day, even though he may continue to do it, he'll at least show kindness and apologize to you. Paul, you think Paul's ever gonna apologize to Cody? No. At least Josh did that.
No.
At least Josh wasn't shitting on your head as you were walking out the door. At least Josh was smart enough to say in your goodbye message, I'm sorry, but blah, 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 blah. Oh, and that person did it, not me. Like, something. Paul. Last year, Paul is saying you're a fucking bitch and I hate you. And his goodbye message. This year, he's saying, it wasn't me. I have no idea what happened. I'm baby Jesus.
I'm legally blind.
Dying for you.
I'm legally blind.
When the boy doesn't even believe in Jesus. So, like, he overcorrected. This was the season. It was supposed to be the season of how he won, but instead it was how he lost.
Yeah, again. Paul, it's time to go ahead and retire your jersey, fam. Put it up in the rafters, bro.
And I love how he wore the same shirt.
Yeah, bro. Put it in the rafters, bro. Like, and he don't have the mentality to play Survivor. So, bro, just hang it all up, man.
Oh God, just
sell some friendship. Well, actually, your real friendship brand is probably
go be on the real world.
Yeah, it's over with, man. Just go enjoy your life as a have, man. You know, just enjoy your life.
He's a fashion stylist, even though all he does is print T-shirts.
Man, Josh is finna party so damn hard tonight, man. Y'all better watch him.
What is Josh gonna do with? I'm still trying to wrap my.
He finna sell a lot more weave. I tell you that much.
I am.
That motherfucker finna have that premium.
No, he did a good job, and even though he bullshit this answer, he did a good job saying that whole like my dad taught me as a business person to. I don't even remember what he said. He sounded intelligent, and I was like,
he said, my dad taught me as a business person to always keep your business partners, keep them thinking that you don't know what's going on. That way they'll always invest or something to that effect.
Exactly. See, I can't even remember it, but it was like actually like.
But that wasn't the game he was playing though.
No,
so I call
it wasn't
bullshit.
at all. Like you know that he was like playing this game on the fly, but he made them believe that he was like he had this whole thing mapped out. Like he mapped it out like a
Because
year
honestly,
ago,
I didn't
whenever
know.
he sent him his casting tape. Like,
No disrespect. I didn't know Josh. I didn't know he knew who his dad was or had a dad, because
I didn't
everyone always made it
either.
seem like he was just all he had was sisters and a mom. So when he mentions his dad giving him advice on that, kind of threw me for one. I'm like, wait, hold up, wait, what? Come again?
Yeah, exactly. And you know, Josh can bullshit. I mean, do you not remember that? Do you not remember that week, that entire week with the hoodie and the sunglasses?
Oh yeah, yeah. You talking about the Audrey starter pack? That's what you talking about.
He did all that acting for some $500,000.
Yeah. Audrey starter pack, man. Hey, it is what it is. It's crazy though, because if I were to go back and rewatch this season now, which I won't do, because this season, there's no way, there's no reason to rewatch this.
No, I thought he was going to be out after that first night when he's like, I knew y'all were after me.
But I think it would be pretty funny to have someone.
I was like, oh God.
If someone can create a Josh supercut of like every single thing that happened involving Josh in this game on TV, I think that would be entertaining to rewatch again. Now, knowing that he wins, it's like, wow, he did that shit in one. He did that shit in one. Now people are gonna assume.
And he picked Paul. Paul didn't pick him. He could have cut Paul and lost.
And in the same way that people could say now Paul is cursed, there now is an argument to maybe the pots and pans trick is an automatic win. Maybe that wins you the game.
Oh my God.
Hashtag that shit. Does the pots and pans, does it guarantee a victory? That's interesting.
I saw the
because
funniest thing
they're
today.
2 for 2.
I saw the funniest thing today. It's a picture of Josh's bio, and it says who his favorite Big Brother player is. And ironically, Josh and Cody have one thing in common. They both love Evil Dick.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So someone took a screenshot of Josh's bio, and instead of where it says Evil Dick, they just put in big letters Cody Calafieri. Because they knew Josh was going to pick Paul tonight. And I was like, fuck. He is going to be a Cody Calafieri.
Well, at the end of the day,
here we go.
Cody, you almost got let off the hook if Paul would have won. You could have been like, see, I'm not the only idiot.
Oh,
I know, Cody, you're the only idiot still.
Oh my God, I will never. Oh, that's just how you know. Because I remember I was listening to him on live feed, and he said he was like, I think I have a better chance against Paul because the way he left, like the way that while everyone was leaving, he was mean to them as they were leaving. So I feel like I'll have their votes. Like Mark, Elena. He just knew he had Mark, Elena, and Cody's vote. And he thought he had Matt and Raven's too, which he was very mistaken.
Them two was paid for.
Matt and Raven. Oh,
I'm starting to think Matt had a pregame alliance. It just doesn't make sense with Matt.
Raven might have turned the jury off towards
Oh yeah, Matt's antics really hurt Paul's game. His antics.
Oh my God.
Because if you're associated with voting for Paul and you're gonna act like a dickhead, then everyone's gonna think, nah,
and
bro, we don't want you bragging.
Talking about her 8 surgeries. Oh my God, you saw Cody's face when she mentioned that on Jury Round Table.
Damn it. I gotta
oh my God, whenever she was like, Christmas had surgery and she stayed in the house. As someone who has had 8 surgeries, and Cody's like,
exactly, man. No one cares, Raven. Like, damn. And that's what's so great, because these little backyard interviews.
Back on social media.
They said Raven. They said her family already wiped out all her social media. They said that's all gone. They don't want her even seeing none of it. So she's gonna be off the grid probably. She'll probably come back around BB Celebrity when there's someone else to hate, and she'll probably be like, "Hey guys." Like, she'll probably do some shit like that, but right now, I think she's gonna lay low.
Raven, I know she's absolutely delusional, but I did vote for her a couple of times for America's favorite, because she did bring us.
You ain't shit. You trifling. You about trifling as hell.
There came a point where I wanted Raven to win the game. Like, there came a point where I was like, if Raven makes it to final 2, give her, she deserves $500,000 more than anyone, because these dumbasses really believe that she has all this bullshit. Like, give it to her, and I want her to stand up and be like, "Yep, I conned all of y'all. Y'all stupid. Get the fuck out of here. Give me my $500K." Like I wanted Raven to win so bad at one point.
Honestly, I was scared that Kevin was gonna win it, and this morning, I know I've been telling y'all I've been voting down this whole time. This morning, I went ahead and threw 20 to Cody.
Oh, I knew Kevin wasn't gonna win it.
Because
no.
I had this. I fell asleep and took a nap today, right? Because I was up to like 2 a.m. Releasing that video with the song on it. So I woke up like at 8 a.m., then went back to sleep and took a nap real quick and woke back up around like noonish. And when I woke up, that was when I started thinking. And I'm like, you know what? Well, actually, it was before noon because the votes kind of got closed off around noon. So it was before then. But I started thinking in my head, I'm like, if Kevin wins this vote by 19 votes, I'm gonna feel like a dumbass for not throwing this 20 to Cody. and then I just had that mindset, and I said, "Fuck this."
I voted for Cameron a few times too. I voted for Cameron because I was like, "This will be like fuck you production," and then Cody will be like, "Fuck you house guest."
And I think that. Another hot take that I have, I think the only reason why Julie was so pro Jess and Cody is because she already knew the results of the AFP voting. I think she knew Cody was going to win it, so all of a sudden now she's all pro Cody and Jess.
Well, she was pro Jess and Cody like weeks ago. I'm talking like she was in interviews saying like when Jessica was still in the house that she was Team Jessica. Like Julie Chen already endorsed Jessica for All Stars. Like she was like asked a question on, I think it was from E News. They asked who she would want to see back on an All-Star season from this season, and she said definitely Jessica and Cody.
I mean, doesn't everyone
Jessica?
Doesn't everyone who goes on Bold and Beautiful come back for All Stars? Isn't that like a rite of passage?
I mean,
I mean, I don't know if we had the statistics here. I doubt it, but I'm just saying I could have swore everyone that goes on Bold and Beautiful gets to come back. He was.
Paul was on Bold and Beautiful. Devon was on Bold and Beautiful.
Yeah, I think
Devon had more lines.
I think that's
Paul,
a guarantee.
He was still on there.
Yeah, that's an initiation
Roy
process.
Was on there.
Yeah, put me on BB20. If Jess is brought back for BB20, like if they bring back Jess and Christmas and have like a Jess versus Christmas rematch or something, and they bring me back.
Was the most no.
Oh, yeah. I'm joining Jess's team.
Oh my god, no.
Me and Jess gonna whoop Christmas ass.
No. Oh. Okay.
For real though.
I want to know about these CB after parties because you got Gina Marie want to beat Raven's ass. Jessica wants to beat Raven's ass with Gina Marie.
Yeah.
And then you got Jess that also wants to beat Christmas ass.
Yeah, it's real out here in these streets.
Evil Dick is trying to set up a MMA fight between.
Yeah, I was peeping that on Dick at Night. Hey, and by the way, man, hey, all of my condolences and prayers go out to Evil Dick and everyone in Florida right now. Evil Dick, he was showing some of the streets out there. Trees is everywhere. It's the reason why we haven't really been getting any Dick at Night coverage. It's because he's been out of power. So I want to,
Good thing Josh won that $500K tonight.
Yeah, I mean, man, because I've been missing my fix of Dick at Night. But hey, everyone's safety is at the top importance. So I just hope everything's okay with ED. You know what I'm saying? I hope everything's good over there in his neck of the woods, man. But him being out of the Dick at Night episodes, though, they kind of helped my channel immensely.
I mean, telling you, Josh done won this. And I remember now that Dick at Night episode where James Ryan is like, there is no way this little Miami mama's boy is gonna even make it to jury.
Yeah. Well, in a season with a returnee, it's possible. But I guarantee you. Like I was telling people this, I was like, this is one of those final threes where the only reason why it's possible is because there's better.
With a stupid cast.
I think that's disrespectful to Ian and Dan, though.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's a little disrespectful to Ian.
I think we should take away this title from Josh and give Dan a 2-time championship. Because I really believe no one from this deserves a title. Dan even was on Twitter like, I'm shocked Josh picked Paul. And I'm like, hold up, Dan. You didn't win the final HOH. Ian brought you the final 2. So of all people, you should be used to seeing this shit up close. You know what I mean?
This is what blows my mind. Paul literally took these people's brains and molded them for like 8 weeks to be emotional players that made every decision based off emotion. Tell me one nomination, one vote that any of these people have made because they felt that this person was a threat to their game. There was not a single one. It was all for Paul's game. Every person played for Paul except for Cody and Jessica.
Well,
The only nominations that were made that were best for
I'd say
someone's game,
Jason.
the last
Jason did
one
it.
was week 1, and I think it was Cody. Or
I'd say Jason did it though, because Jason, he's the one who didn't use the veto to guarantee Matt went home when they wanted Kevin to go. I thought that was the one time.
Why the fuck would you need to nominate Matt and Raven in the first place?
Well, because they were against him and Alex.
So was Paul, the person
I agree with you.
them out.
I agree with you, but I do think Matt was against Jason though. I do think that. I mean, because from Jason's perspective, it's hard to be in the game and see and tell if someone's trash at these comps really, or if they're just throwing them. And when you look at Matt, like pause, but if you look at him, you think he's a comp beast.
But what about Josh and Christmas? And you know what's actually
you
funny?
Look at them. No.
You had Christmas, who Cody wanted out week 1, and then you have Josh, who Jessica wanted out week 4, and those two bitches were in the final 2, and then you have Paul, who Cody wanted out week 1 as well.
Yeah.
Who they wanted, like, that. There's your final 3.
Yeah, and honestly, the turning point in the game was when they chose to put up Ramses instead of Christmas or Paul next to Josh right there. You know, if you just put anyone up but Ramses in that situation, and I don't think they have to use that Halton Hex as fast. I don't think the final 3 is what it is because Christmas or Josh has to go, and it changes the game immensely.
No, the turning point in the game was production letting Paul have secret immunity and then letting Cody nominate Paul, showing him that Cody is against him, because Paul literally went after Cody and Jessica all season. Season. Like, you would think the guy would give up because he had 12 other puppets surrounding him, protecting him. They couldn't have gotten him out even if they wanted to. So I don't know why Paul wasted so much energy going after them in the first place. Jessica and Cody had literally no one. But he did go after them, and now he has probably lost $500,000 because instead of working with Cody, he decides to make his entire experience.
And this is such a great outcome because
that's hilarious. That's why I said he should have taken Cody to final 2. Who would have talked to who would have voted for Cody?
I think in order for him to get Cody with him to the final 2, I think Paul would have to play a similar game and rely on Cody to win the comps, and in a similar way, he would have to rely on Cody to get the blood.
People are so stupid that without Cody and Jury, they wouldn't be able to put 2 and 2 together, and Josh would have been gone a long time ago. So Josh wouldn't have been able to leave any hints in those goodbye messages.
Yeah, that's a great point. That's a very good point. Yeah, I definitely agree with you now.
And also, if Cody was still in the game, he's not gonna let he's not gonna let Mark go that fast.
No.
Like, Matt and Raven would have been the ones gone, and Matt and Raven would have just been preaching, Paul, and Cody's the devil. And we've noticed that Paul can't do anything on his own. He would have made Cody get the blood on his hands, which, as you can see, Cody did not give 2 shits. He would have done it. So,
yeah, Cody don't give no fuck. Like, Cody,
Paul's
man,
stupid as fuck.
I said this in the last rant. Essentially, I said, man, Cody already won the season. That's why that motherfucker was waiting for this finale to be over with. He already won.
Cody, literally, I loved every Jury segment he has ever had. The entire time, he's just like, y'all are so just. I really wish I could know what his thought process has been, especially during that Jury roundtable, because he literally did not say anything.
He didn't at all. Like, he didn't. I wanted to see him and Dr. Will go back and forth. I kind of just wanted to just see that. I wanted Dr. Will to just, ask him more questions. Get something out of Cody. Be like,
I feel like Cody was probably like, I'm not speaking. I have nothing to say. They're dumb. Let's just.
Yeah, that shit was icy.
But then you have Alex. Alex sitting there. Alex and Dr. Will, that little exchange.
So what do you think Josh winning this season does for the future of Big Brother? Do you think it changes Big Brother's strategy of bringing vets back? Now that they've seen that bringing a vet back can result in more bitter people than ever before? Or do you think they're just going to bring in more than one vet now to guarantee it's less people mad at that one vet that came back?
See,
because really the
I
only
think
two
production
times
likes Josh, so I think in their mind, because I don't think they care. I think in production's mind, it's all about ratings. Julie Chen just said a record-breaking 15 million votes for America's favorite player.
But that was record-breaking because we all were pissed. Not because we all were happy. You know, I don't want them to look at that as a positive sign. That was voting out of spite. That wasn't voting.
It so was. It so was.
I mean, this has been the most toxic week leading up to a finale I've ever seen. I mean, the Kevin fans, shame on y'all. Y'all.
I'm not gonna lie. I am a Kevin fan, but no way am I voting a Paul Minion as America's favorite player. That's why I didn't vote for Mark.
Kevin fans, man, they've been harassing people. And then when people come up with a witty comeback, they block them.
I'm pretty sure
and he has so many kids.
Ass daughters, all 9 of them, or however many he has.
But the reason why I asked you, do you think Josh winning this season impacts how they bring vets back in the future is because
I think they'll
this
do
is
half and half.
This is 2 straight. Well, see, half and half is. I think 4 versus 12 is the smartest way to go about it. But like the coaches,
they would do 8 versus 8 like they did in Big Brother Canada. Because Big Brother Canada, they did 8 versus 8, and it was fantastic. They went after each other with fucking knives, and that was because Netta,
that was a perfect date.
Netta, but she was
well, that wasn't a perfect date. Let me take that back. I think there were some duds in there, like Dallas. There were some duds.
Dallas was the only dud.
They should have brought back a Pax Bro instead of Dallas. They should have brought like Nick back. That's what they should have did.
I heard they wanted Ramses, but Ramses couldn't do it, so that's why.
I don't get the hype with Ramses. It's like, okay, he left the game because of a family emergency, but he wasn't a good player. He wasn't a good player.
Everyone likes Ramses because he looks like Drake. That's it. And he lives in Toronto like Drake does.
I mean, he was on Maddie, and then somehow Peter Brown was on Maddie. I'm like, why is everyone thirsty for Maddie?
Peter Brown was on Maddie?
Yeah, he might still be with her, actually. I don't know if he's still with her, but I know they were definitely dating for a long time after Big Brother Canada 4. I know for a fact they were dating. The chat will probably tell us, but Peter Brown was definitely he was dating Maddie. Yes. Peter Brown was the guy who doesn't eat a lot of food, but he has a taste in something.
Played BB Cam 1.
Yes, that Peter. I'm talking the Shield.
Can I also go ahead and say, oh God, the Shield. Can I also go ahead and say, as far as Big Brother Canada goes, people, I'm sick of all of y'all saying that Netta Kalantar is the greatest Big Brother Canada player of all time, or Dimitris is the greatest. No, it is Emmett. It is Emmett.
Hold on, Coach. We're going to have to debate this.
Is the best Big Brother Canada player. Bruh. Big Brother Canada won. Emmett did not win shit, but those people were like worshiping him.
Emmett? You talking about the guy who would get disqualified from an HOH and just throw a tirade and a temper tantrum? That Emmett?
Disqualified from like every damn HOH he ever played.
Because he cheated so much. No, the best in Canada history.
Emmett had those people so snowed, like it was ridiculous. Like you have that entire jury sitting there pissed off. They're all like, "We hate Jillian. We want Emmett to win." And I'm like, motherfuckers. Emmett's the one telling Jillian to kick y'all out. Like, are you serious?
I think the best player in Big Brother Canada history, honestly, this is
Godfrey.
It is probably either Godfrey Manguiza, okay, or I gotta say it's Cassandra. I think it's between one of them two who's the best ever. Because Cassandra, let's be real, the only reason why Cassandra went out in a similar way, in my opinion, how Cody went out this season. Cody went against Paul, who had all of this safety, and Cassandra was against Netta, who had all that safety. Whereas if that other person doesn't have that safety, I don't think Netta comes at Cass like that. I don't think she has the heart.
Cassandra.
Man, Cassandra. It's funny though, because during the season, I didn't like her that much. But I gotta give it credit.
Godfrey can play that same way in any other season, and it'll work. Yeah. Cassandra, I'm sorry. Cassandra can go in there with Evil Dick and try lying to him. Evil Dick gonna be like, "You're full of shit, bitch. Like, get the fuck out of here." But Godfrey, like, I feel like Godfrey is very adaptable. Like, I could see Godfrey going back and playing, but not playing the way he did last time.
Yeah, Godfrey's one of those guys who everyone agrees was robbed, but at the same time, he's not a huge threat if he comes back. It's weird.
Exactly.
It's really
like,
weird.
If I had two people on the block, would I go for Ika or would I go for Godfrey? Ika, bye, bitch, bye. You going home
with these hands, yo.
Yes, like Godfrey. Yep, he's the. No, I still want to say Emmett.
That's low key the game I would love to play. The Godfrey game. Just fall asleep for half the game. But they don't let you take naps in Big Brother US like that, though.
Which is such bullshit because literally I don't want to watch those idiots talk. I feel like that was why we had to deal with Paul talking about Cody 23 out of the 24 hours a day. That's
you know what Big Brother Canada fan that I think is better than anyone in this season?
Huh?
You know what Big Brother Canada player who I think is better than everyone who was on this season? Mitch.
The Pax Bros, which is saying a lot. Not saying much, actually. Did you say Mitch?
Mitch is better than everyone who's on BB19. Yes. I wish we had a Mitch type character. And see, that's the thing. Everyone thinks that I be shitting on people who are gay. No, I respect Mitch good gameplay, no matter what your sexuality is.
Mitch was wrong.
Andy's gameplay, I wasn't a fan of. But Mitch, he's the one who came up with the idea and the strategy of the mighty middle. Let's keep these two fighting against each other, these two groups, and we'll just stay in the middle and have the majority the whole game. But eventually he kept talking and he was too fucking smart. And he just had to shut up. This man had them in a room.
They should not have had those two girls in that room.
Yeah, that was a shitty twist.
That was, I'd be pissed. I would have been pissed. I would have.
I think they did that for Tim. I think they did it because Mitch was on to Tim. That was Tim's foil right there.
Sure was.
Tim's a great player too. Man, Big Brother Canada just got too many good players, man. It sickens me. Like
Big Brother Canada 4, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I would have, because I had to binge watch it. I didn't watch it while it was on. But I feel like if it wasn't for Tim and Nikki, I would have turned that shit off.
Yeah.
Like they needed
Tim,
them.
Mitch.
I don't know why Jace is
honestly, Big Brother Canada 4, that's the season I tell people to watch first. Because even though Big Brother Canada 3, even though technically that one was the one that they called the all super fan season, I really feel like Big Brother Canada 4 was just the best of everything that you want out of a season. Drama, strategy, unique characters. You had Tim and Nikki come in from Australia and from UK, and that provided something different. And honestly, that made me have hope that Big Brother US might take a Big Brother Canada player and throw them in to their game. Or, we could just have a revolving door. There's already been rumors about how there could be a US versus Canada season.
Oh, God, please no.
And I think Canada would run us through the wall. Yep. I think they would destroy us. Well, not if I'm in the season. Fuck that shit. But honestly.
No. They would bring them fools like Emmett, John Party into the Big Brother US house, and I would self-evict. I'd be like, bye. I'm not. Really, nope, I'm out.
And that's the thing. Josh wouldn't crack jury in a Canada season, but on an American season, you can be a buffoon.
Josh would. Because Josh, I'm sorry.
Canada, if you look at all of the Canada seasons, they get rid of them goats.
Cut Josh.
What's up, Sabrina?
Why would you cut Josh over like John Party or Godfrey? If they put all of the BBUS winners in a season together, Josh is gonna make it to the final 5 9 times out of 10. Just like Josh is like a Jordan Lloyd. You can cut that person at any time.
Yeah, but Jordan, she's actually likable and sweet though. Her game is really dangerous. She reminds me of the Natalie who beat Russell Hantz. It's like, you know, that she's always going to be underestimated because she's kind of a ditzy blonde stereotype. And then when she gets close to the end, everyone gets scared because even if she did nothing, doing nothing sometimes is better than doing something, because the something could have pissed someone off. And she'll always wind up on the plus side.
If you have Jordan and Josh on the block, Josh goes home. Jordan and Jordan can really No, I would cut.
I think Josh goes home next to Jordan. I think people.
Yeah,
because Josh can win comps that I don't think Jordan can win.
Maybe not, because people would probably be like, she's too nice. People like her, and I personally would be like, if you're sitting next to Jordan, you're going home. Get that bitch out now, because I'm not going home.
It feels like our argument just flipped, and we just took the other side. Like, we were both saying the opposite, and then when it got to that conversation, we both was like, nah, I would knock out Josh. No, I would knock out her.
You know what? I'm sitting here saying all this, and I would probably show up at that house. Dr. Will would be there, and I'd be saying to myself, I'm gonna get Dr. Will out as soon as I see him. And all of a sudden, I'm seeing him in the house, but it's after he done stabbed me in the back, week 5 or 6. So never mind.
And the point that I was bringing up a little bit earlier was, with the whole vet thing coming back in Big Brother US, this is 2 straight seasons now where they've had a season. I'm talking about OTT and Big Brother 19, where they've had one vet come back, make it to the finals, and lose. Now in OTT they lost by American vote. They lost by the popular vote. But
it's ridiculous.
I think Jason would have lost if he had a jury too. I think he would have lost that season with a jury too to Morgan, because Justin was mad at him. Morgan, she had all her girls, all of her best friends would have made the jury, because all of them went out like right before she did.
But that girl Whitney,
Final Four,
Whitney would have voted for Jason.
You think
Morgan would have only, she said that at finale. She would have voted for Jason. Morgan would have only had Shelby and her sister.
You don't think Justin could have convinced Whitney? I think Justin and Whitney. I think Justin. Justin is such a great player. I think Justin would have ended up voting
for Jason for the simple fact that he still would have been in final 3.
Yeah.
Because you know the way they did that final 2, like them making Jason choose one person to protect is like the way they did it back in like BB1.
Mm-hmm.
No, make them bitches fight it out.
That was low key the start of the friendship bracelets whole time.
Yeah.
OTT. That was the start of it. We're just gonna give people little necklaces that light up, and they're safe. Let's just do that. You know.
I will say though, Morgan's been doing more, or I guess I should say, has been given more opportunity than Nicole has. I don't know if that's because Julie Chen just doesn't like Nicole.
I'm sure that plays a strong, because if Julie doesn't like her, then Les Moonves by association doesn't. So yeah, I'm sure that plays a role.
Morgan's been doing a lot. Like, she has been given a lot of opportunities. Like, she has actually made a career just because she was on BBOTT, which was the corniest little show ever. I mean, it was entertaining as shit, I ain't gonna lie.
Well, you know,
the feeds were, but
well, it's because she had the underdog thing going for her, and she had a sister in the game, and a lot of people love her sister more than they love her. So she's kind of like the sister that didn't get all the love but won the game. So now she's getting her due, and you know, she has a lot of things going for her, and yeah, she's very attractive and whatnot. So yeah.
True. Nicole.
Not saying that Nicole isn't attractive, but
oh god, seeing Nicole.
Clearly, Morgan is in another league.
That.
Yeah.
Oh,
Victor,
God,
Victor, a gold digger.
You didn't need me last season, huh?
Hey, Victor, a gold digger, Raven. I'm calling it now. He a gold digger. He with her because she got that 500K. He ain't fooling me, okay?
Yes.
There's no way. There's no way if she would have lost to Paul, and Victor would have been like, "Hey, Nicole, I just want AFP. You trying to be my girlfriend?" Hell no. That shit would have been dead.
Let's turn it around to Nicole. How many BB men is she going for?
Yeah, she's got a stable. She's
Like,
got a stable.
girl's got a list. She is like James Ryan list.
Okay, her first season, who was that guy that she was with from
Hayden
Moss?
Yeah. Because I remember I was like, wait, didn't we just have a Hayden Moss like 3 years ago? That one?
Yeah. That was a weird showmance. That was a weird one.
That was a very weird showmance. They looked like brother and sister.
That was like one of those, you know how BB11 they had the offbeats? That was some offbeat shit.
Yes.
That whole
with
show,
Christine and oh god, that BB16 was such an awful season. God, and I swear BB20, if we see this whole Derek Levaster gameplay again,
Christine be on that Freddy Krueger shit, boy.
Oh god,
she be on that shit with it. She on the scary movie side of the game.
A part of me kind of feels bad for Paul now. Because now that I'm thinking about it,
yeah.
Paul lost to Nicole.
That's embarrassing, man.
And like, what kind of jury management do you have?
But hey, he's a rich kid. It's like he's still 150K. The rich got richer here. I'm not gonna, you know.
He literally now.
It's just as a purist of the game, we want to see the better player get rewarded for the better play. That's just what it really comes down to.
To me, there were no players in the game, so he didn't play. He just.
Well, I felt like he was the only player.
Oh my god, they called him out at jury too.
At one point.
They called him out. They were like, Mark was like, he got handed this game on a silver platter, and then Cody goes, he had 3 weeks of safety, friendship bracelets to give to everybody. Like, I was very shocked that CBS showed that, and I think CBS showed that because CBS was like, well, we can't convince any of these people to vote for Paul, so we might as well at least have this as an excuse as to why Josh wins.
Yeah, they were in the midst of jumping. I mean, it really felt like I went through the motions because at the beginning, when they said previously on Big Brother, and then they're showing all of these clips of all the stuff that happened over the season, it really felt like they were Team Josh in the edit. They were like, Josh is the one who's going to stop Paul. And then throughout the episode, it felt like the crowd, it felt like they was rooting for Josh, but then when they started noticing Josh was going to win the final HOH, then they started being worried because he wouldn't take Paul. And then it just, I couldn't tell what the audience wanted to happen.
He was going to. I thought he was going to like blindside us all, like, you know, as a fan, like how we all want that. I thought he was going to shock us all, and he's just been trolling us all week saying he was going to take Paul. Like, I really thought he was trolling us, but then I was like, oh, you did.
I honestly thought he made a $500,000 mistake, but honestly, now that he's beaten Paul, I think he would have won regardless now.
Yeah, because I mean, they didn't talk
which makes it an illusion that he played a good game if he would have won regardless. That's weird.
Went with 2 people he could have beaten, and Paul went with 2 people that he had no chance against.
Yeah, that's wow, Paul. Wow.
I need to rewatch this season, and I need to
don't do it to yourself.
Josh. I need to just watch Josh because
just watch Survivor in a week. Don't do it.
Like, damn, Josh made out this season. He lost a shit ton of weight.
Hey, kudos to him on that one.
He did. Josh was good. He got $500,000. The boy's only 23 years old.
But I think all that money gonna make him gain that weight back, though.
Oh yeah, true.
I don't think he gonna. Come on, man. He finna go ham.
But you know what I like though?
Mm-hmm.
Josh is at least, you know, that boy's gonna be crying until next week. Paul is gonna go off and buy a Corvette or a Lamborghini or what? No, I'm sorry. Last year, his mom said that Paul said he was gonna buy her a Bentley. So fuck him. No.
Man, she probably already got a Bentley. He probably just trying to give her a brother to the other car.
Yeah, exactly. We returned from the damn commercial break, and Josh is still crying. Like, you know damn well, Josh is gonna go hug Cody during the backyard interviews. Josh is probably literally on his hands and knees, like hugging Cody by the legs. Like,
you better throw Cody 20 racks.
I'm telling you.
Or throw it to Jess. You feel me?
I bet I will guarantee you in 6 months we're gonna see Cody all over his Instagram news feed, his Snapchat story, and
And
I will be amazed.
but the one positive thing about this outcome is I was saying that, man, I would be happy with no one winning and them donating the monies to the hurricane efforts. Well, this is someone whose family's impacted by hurricane efforts. So in a way, it's going towards the hurricane efforts.
But I do want to know why Cody voted for Josh, because I said Cody would vote for Josh over Paul, but everyone said no. Cody hates Paul,
which is why
Cody hates Josh.
The interview with Cody is going to be great. I was
like, no.
I can't wait to see Rob Sesternino interview Cody.
This is the thing. This is what people didn't realize. Paul disrespected his girl from the beginning.
Yeah, he told her to stop talking, to be quiet. You don't do that.
Exactly.
You don't do that.
At least Josh was I don't know. Josh and Jessica had a weird friendship. Like, one second you see them yelling at each other, pots and pans, and Jessica grabbing a spoon and hitting it on the damn table. The next second you see them laughing and throwing.
Yeah, I'll give Josh credit, because every time Jess said some bad things to Josh, he always found a way to say, well, I still like you.
I don't hate you personally.
Exactly.
I have nothing
I still like you. Yeah.
With you. I told you that on the last episode I did with you. I said Josh always, every time he does something to someone, he justifies it with, personally, I like you. I don't hate you outside of this game. He always backs it up with that.
It's just when you constantly hear a guy say, but I'm a human being. And then
Paul gets that knife and he twists, he'll twist it and pull it out and stab you in the back with it again.
Yeah, Paul tries to embarrass you.
Yes, Paul tries to humiliate you. Josh just tries to get some sort of reaction out of you, and then he just goes and
once he gets the reaction, he knows your game is blown up. So the damage is done.
He did a good job bullshitting that. You know damn well that was not his whole freaking.
Oh no, that wasn't his strategy. That was Paul's strategy for him to do. And at the end of the day, he was able to own it as if it was his strategy, and it got him some points. But the entire jury knew that was Paul who got him to do it. But Paul wouldn't own it, and that was the key to everything. If Paul would have just said, you know what, everything that Josh did in this game, he did because I told him to do. Yeah, I had him do some terrible things, and I apologize for those terrible things, but I needed those things to happen to get to where I'm at with Josh, to be able to have a chance to win the game, because no one else I sat next to I would have had a chance against out of all of you. Now, if Paul would have been able to convey that message in that way, answering the question, I think even Mark would have been like, he's getting my vote. Okay.
Exactly. If I were in that
Mark sure
jury, and the first thing I hear Paul say is, I had to work my ass off from day one because I know y'all all were coming. Y'all all wanted me out. I'm like,
shut your
bitch, what?
Yeah, okay, bro.
With your non-friendship bracelets you gave us and your freaking 4 weeks of immunity, your damn pendant necklace.
And can we talk about Christmas being exposed as working for Paul's mom? Can we talk about this? Because I think this is a whole nother wrinkle in this. This explains why Christmas gave Paul that vote. Because I think her heart was in voting for Josh.
Oh, yeah. That's why I was so shocked. I was like, wait, you just, what?
And that's the thing. If she's working for Paul's mom in the past, if Raven smashes Paul and is on his fucking Snapchat in September of 2016, and she also knows Victor, that's already 2 people. And I called this around July 13th.
These motherfuckers have pregame glasses. You got 2 people plus your one of your people's babes, aka Matt, Matt is freakishly obsessed with Paul, and Paul trashed Matt pretty bad. I really want to know what is wrong with Matt. I really want to psychoanalyze him.
Yeah, he's weird. When he gets mad, his voice gets higher pitched. I've never seen a guy call another guy a bitch so many times, storm off, come back. Oh my God, tell the truth, man. And it's just like, bro, you got family. I don't even know why Jason was entertaining him. He was the HOH. I would have went into my room and said, bye, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
I would have gotten a bowl. I would have literally went into the freaking into the pantry, grabbed all of his cereal and poured it all on the floor, on top of his head, onto the ground. And I would have been like, who's the bitch now? You're out of cereal. Get the fuck out of here.
Like, yeah, the Paul retirement party is in full effect, man.
Oh my God. Matt goes, Mark, sit down. And Mark goes, I'm sitting down. You're remembered for cereal. That's it.
Yeah, he shitted on him. And Mark looked like he was finna bust a vein out of his neck or something. He was like, oh my God, dude, bro. Like, Mark was losing it. And I don't blame him.
Ass too. Mark would have kicked his ass. Mark would have kicked Josh's ass. I really think Mark just needs a vacation. He needs like an actual vacation away from humans.
I think it's going to be real awkward when Dom and Mark, when the whole situation between Dom and Elena, and then Mark trying to rectify whatever relationship he had with Dom back. I think that's going to be the most awkward shit in the world.
Yeah, at the after party. Jess and Dom that are really good friends, and you got Jess and Elena that are really good friends, and then you have Dom and Elena who are not really good friends.
I hate to say this, but they're almost forced to exile Dom to make everyone else feel comfortable. Like, Dom will probably be somewhere with Josh hanging out during the after party because everyone else probably, for the sake of someone else like Elena,
well, honestly, have to not hang out with Dom. I see Elena ditching Mark at the after party and going somewhere with James Ryan. So Elena might be the one that's exiled by then.
Yeah, James, he do be going to work, man. He's a legendary stick man, as my brother Michael Rappaport.
Let's be real here. Elena is not going to talk to Mark after tonight. You know what? Never mind. I think those backyard interviews should be done by now. Yep. Elena's never speaking to Mark again. Mark is about to go home and write in his diary, go see his counselor. My boy is gonna have to use that.
I'm looking at the chat right now. A Toxic Dragon 23, man. Did you really just say that Paul is Derek 2.0 but better? Hey, bro, I might have to block you. No, I'm playing, but that's crazy as hell. That's crazy as hell, Coach. No, bro. No. I just read.
What?
Yeah, someone in the live chat just said Paul is Derek 2.0 but better.
Yeah, they both played against stupid cast, but no, not better.
Like, come on, family.
Derek,
toxic. No,
oh my God.
Like, come on, bro. I feel like I looked at the chat at the perfect moment. Like, no, bro. Come on, how can a guy that lost twice in the finals be better than a guy who won in the finals? You can't say that.
That finale, oh my God, when Julie is about to pull out Cody's key, I'm really thinking, oh shit, he gonna put Paul, and it's Josh, and I'm pretty sure Josh is like, there's a picture. Someone took a picture. I'm gonna pull it up. It's hilarious. Paul is like literally like, oh no, like he's like making a noise.
Yeah. He's like, not again.
He was like, I'm fucked. Like, cause those first couple of votes, I was like, shit, Paul. I was like, yep, this sucks. This is another Cody and Derek situation. And then I start hearing Josh. When I heard Jason and Alex for Josh, I was like, all right, we got something coming here. Then I heard Mark, and then I knew we had Elena, but then I was like, Elena's probably still stigmatized. But then I heard Cody, and oh my God, when Josh walks outside and Paul is going towards the backyard because he needs to cry, I almost I wanted to take a screenshot of it and just make it the background on my computer and leave it there.
Yeah, I want to get the GIF of that, and that's going to be the new GIF when something doesn't go your way.
You literally spend 3 months orchestrating, micromanaging every little move these people make, even when they eat, shit, and breathe, and you still lose $500K.
I mean, this is like seriously
overtime for that $500K.
This is like the Seahawks. This is like them losing to the Patriots when all they had to do was run the damn ball. It's like a situation where all you have is regret because you're thinking I bet Paul this entire night is gonna think of every question he was asked, and he's probably gonna think of how badly he responded to every question. Like I don't even know I don't even know how you hang out with Paul tonight. How do you hang out with?
Bruh, he will never follow Elena on Twitter ever in his life. Because that first question she asked him, just like that, oh my God, from that question, he was just like.
Yeah, he breathed in. He was like.
From that question on, like after that, it was over. Like that first question just fucked him up. Because he's like,
I need oxygen.
I don't feel like I was bullied. I feel like I was standing up for everyone, and I was a spokesperson for anyone that I was just like, oh my God, stop lying.
Delusion.
Oh my God. But that shows he should have, if I were him and I was told I'm given a second chance to win $500,000, I would actually go watch the fucking show. I would go binge watch all 18 seasons. Well, 17 because BB1 doesn't count. I'd probably skip BB2 too because it's boring. But I would watch every season, including my own, where I could at least see what people said about me in the diary room, so I'll have more self-awareness for when I go back in the house. I
think his lack of self-awareness came from the fact that he had delusions of grandeur because production was making it seem like his shit didn't stink. They covered up the blackface incident. You know, they basically, every time Paul could have got hit with some adversity, they found a way to kind of clean it up for him.
CBS created a monster, and then once the people that he fucked over hard enough were finally like, all right, they were basically like Alec and Peter and them on BB Can that were like, okay, you know what? We're taking over the show now. We're gonna do this. We're gonna control who wins.
And Topaz
basically is what they did, and they didn't have the diary room to control their thoughts and control who they voted for. So, yes.
And speaking of Big Brother Canada, I want Big Brother US to take some notes from Big Brother Canada and get a sideshow. I thought that was so cool that Big Brother Canada had the sideshow with Peter Brown and Gary. Then eventually it was Peter Brown and it was what's her name, Sarah, who won Big Brother Canada 3. I thought it was cool, the sideshow. I thought it was better with Gary, but I thought it was cool.
No, I don't have time for Paul to go freaking cry over a damn dress and then hold it against Elena, or no, hold it against Cody.
But I agree with you.
Later,
it comes down to who CBS would pick, and then that's its own little wormhole.
They would pick Paul and Davon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they would pick some terrible people. You know, that's what they should do. They should let the American. No, don't let it come to a vote, because the casuals will vote for Kevin or some dumb shit. That nigga don't know strategy.
I would vote for Kevin. I would vote for Kevin.
That would be a spectacle, though. Having Kevin talk about strategy.
Out of them people.
Kevin would be like, I don't understand what these guys are doing in the house, man. You know, back when I played season 19, like that's what Kevin's whole shtick would be. Exactly.
We just let Paul do everything. I think Kevin was looking sharp as fuck tonight. I will give him credit though. He was looking sharp as fuck.
He kept pulling his hair back. Like, I don't know if that was like something his way of saying I love you to his family or something, but he kept doing it. Like, he was walking into it like 4 times.
Kevin is that person that I feel will invite Jason to his house in Boston
and find out about the rape shit at the last second
and have him shot in an alley.
Yeah, that's one of those predictions we don't at Recency Bias Radio want to be. We don't want to be questioned about that one.
Like when I saw people's parents going on stage, like I saw Josh's family going on stage. I saw Paul's family.
That looks scary. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Paul's family going on stage. I saw
and Josh's sister. How tall is she?
And I was like, oh fuck! I hope Kevin's family don't go on stage. I was scared.
Josh's sister looked like she like 6'3". I was like, damn.
Wait, are you talking about Paul's sister?
No, Josh's sister. She tall as hell. Now, I'm sure heels played a role in it, but she's still tall with the heels. She was taller than Josh with them heels.
Oh, yeah, Josh is tall, too. I thought you were talking about Paul's sister, because I know Paul's sister has been fighting with every BB alum possible on Twitter, and it's hilarious.
For real, though.
Because,
dude, Josh and his sister, they might get their own reality TV show now, because I hear both of them is in that. Now that Josh has won, now it's like
about Paul's sister has been talking like shit to every BB alum ever because Paul told her to take notes of which BB alum talks shit about him while he's on TV. And
now that he lost, he gonna have to keep hearing them alumni talking shit. He was
like,
expecting to win and be like,
I
"What's
don't
up?"
even like. I feel like he lost that game.
No.
Got a
Oh, there
phone
she goes.
call. I don't even want to say that Josh lost. I mean, not Josh. Fuck, Paul. I don't even want to say Paul lost the game whenever he bullied Jess and Cody in that backyard because it was before that. He lost that game and he did that blackface shit with Dom. Like,
Yeah,
that was when like his game just.
It's just sad to me that the jury, none of them held that against him. That's what's sad to me. Like, they want to act like they're all for what's right now, but that's only because they were turned on. They didn't have any moral compass when it had to do with someone else, though. And that's why I kind of feel like all of them owed Paul their vote regardless. Because at the end of the day, y'all all chipped in to racist behavior. And for you to be mad at Paul over some simple shit like, you can use the veto on me. That's not friendship. Alex out here crying a river.
Alex was the most petty. Oh,
I mean, she's acting. First off, Paul was the one who forced the tie, Alex. But kudos to you for knowing that he forced that tie on purpose to get the blood on Josh's hand. But still, though.
But I'm sorry, Paul is stupid for not. I'm sorry. If Alex is gonna hold a grudge against Jessica for some damn cat ears and coke that she wasn't even responsible for,
Raven,
know she is gonna. You know she is gonna be petty towards you for cutting her like that.
Exactly.
I always thought that Paul should have taken Alex to the final two because he couldn't beat her because I think Alex is just a little bitch. But
I don't think Paul would have beat Alex because Mark values comp wins. He would have voted for her. Elena would have voted for her.
I think Ramses would have beaten him.
Whoa, hold up now. Hold up. Not the coon. No. I don't think he would have beat Paul.
Ramses would have beat
He would have been too busy dancing during his speech.
Yes. Yeah. Ramses would have beat Paul because Ramses would be that person that would kiss your ass while you're in the house, while you're outside the house, while you're like Ramses has more class than Paul. Paul showed tonight that he has zero class at all. Like the entire
people gonna be like, Ramses, what was the biggest move you made in this game? I'm not black. That's exactly what that motherfucker would say. Crazy ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's what be on that motherfucker mind at all times. You know I'm not black, right?
I'm trying to figure out if we should consider Josh's win the first.
It is. It's the first black winner. It's the first black winner. I'm not going to do you like that, Josh.
No, y'all.
It's the first black winner, Josh. I think you're a damn buffoon, but you know what? We're taking this one home, okay? We got ourselves a black winner. I don't give a
no.
I don't. Yes, we got ourselves one. Damn it, we got a black winner. We made it. This is gonna make it easier for an actual good player that's black to win. You feel me?
It was Cuban.
Hey, look. Cuban is a nationality. That's what I keep trying to tell people. That's not a race.
That's probably why Paul brought him to the end. Paul probably was like, "Oh, I know production.
Black people don't win this game." He's a buffoon too. That helps, but he's black though. Come on, bro. Pedal. Come on, pedal.
Poor Danielle Reyes. Danielle Reyes is probably about to just go.
And looking back on it, man, Josh did call Paul Poppy way too much not to be on some shit with him. You know, I don't know that many Latin dudes that have called a ho boys a Poppy. You know what I'm saying? That's some shit you see on Prison Break, but that's not that common.
Look at that. I don't even remember Josh's. Like now that I'm finally like done with my bitterness towards Paul. Oh, I am still bitter towards Paul. Fuck that fool. Now that I'm like coming down to earth, only thing I really remember about Josh is his Ika Wong interview. I thought he was a psycho. Him crying and taking the ball. His little Audrey acting role for an entire week, which I was like, that's too much work, bro. I would have been like, fuck you.
Yeah, if you really look at it, Josh is like a melting pot of so many different people's games. And
like
somehow he
bad
won.
players and good players. Like,
yeah, it's beyond crazy
it's
how
like
he did
Peter
this.
Brown in the diary room with the screaming.
Yeah, this is one of the most improbable wins ever. This would be like Evil Dick winning in the final two without his daughter next to him. Like, this is some improbable shit.
That would be like Evil Dick winning next to, and I'm not calling
Eric
Paul
Stein?
Dan, but Dan.
I think it would be like Evil Dick. It would be like Evil Dick beating Eric Stein to me.
I was gonna say Eric Stein.
I think that's a nice comparison.
The greatest winner to never win. I mean, the greatest player to never win the game.
You think he the greatest in U.S. history?
Yes.
To never win?
Yes.
I know there's a lot of Paul fans like, it's clearly Paul. He's been to 2 finals, guys. I know there's someone saying that right now.
I'm seeing Paul fans becoming Ravens fans for like 24 hours, and I'm like, boy, bye. I'm done.
Yeah. That's
I'm
crazy.
done. I was trying to
That
stand Raven for 24 hours. Whenever I just kept hearing the crazy shit she was saying, like finally I was just like embracing it. Like I was like, oh yes, Raven, you keep lying, girl. Nope. I don't want to hear any Raven fan.
I think Vanessa Russo has Eric Stein beat. Now that I think about it, I think she has him beat. I think she has that title, best to never win.
No, Vanessa Russo gave me too much anxiety. Oh my.
She would go crazy, talk extra fast. I mean, guys, I'm trying to tell you. Motor mouth, 90 miles per hour. You know, and I remember the only person in that season that they even caught a whiff of her was Becky.
Picture Vanessa Russo and Paul in a house together.
Honestly, we just need BB20. If it's not all stars, just give us all super fans, please. Please, big brother. We want something that's
I'm not gonna say super fans, because if we have all super fans with the people with the super fans on Twitter, hell no.
They should do the audition process for all superfan season. They should call it the Superfan Challenge, where you have to be able to get a certain score on a quiz during the audition process. That would be really cool to see who actually knows their shit. Because if everyone knows their shit in the house, then the entire strategy from a plateaued perspective, just from an entry level,
like we would always have the unanimous votes. I
don't think super fans do unanimous votes if they're all in there. I think they take chances.
Like, you know what I want?
I think you would see the most hinky votes in a super fan season.
Bring back the twist that they had in Big Brother 6. There you go, the secret partners twist, because that forced people to be cliquey. That forced people to be in a group with their secret partner, which formed different sides of the house. And it made power shift left to right, and you had like one side going to one side, going to one side, going to one side. Hey, it was going back.
Remember Kaser's friend Mike? Remember he was talking shit to that fireman Eric. He said, "Oh, you got a little penis." That shit was so funny.
Kaser.
I missed that season, yo. Them dudes did not.
And you know what? Kaser, honestly, he's a horrible player, but he is the reason that season was the best season ever, because he is the one that caused that divide.
But Kaser's such an overrated player. Like, Kaser, man, this dude.
Kaser, I don't even consider Kaser a player. I just give him credit because he is the reason that house divided and gave us the greatest season of all time. I mean, and you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, Josh, let me rewind. Josh reminds me of Howie. Josh is a Howie. And that's why Josh won. He's stupid as fuck. And and he can get on your fucking nerves. But at the end of the day, like, you know that he is just.
But see, Howie was a legit social threat, though, because Howie, there was something about Howie where even if he didn't like you, he could do things to make you smile and laugh at him.
But so can Josh, though.
Josh can, but I always looked at Howie as.
Think about Howie.
Howie's really charismatic, though.
Like, think about Howie with April talking about killing her damn dog.
Yeah, that was.
Like, Josh is literally Howie.
But Howie was the
The
one who
only
sent
difference
James
is Josh
Ryan
wasn't stupid enough
girlfriend home, wasn't
to put up an alliance member and have them evicted, which cost his entire alliance to lose the game.
Yeah. Howie legitimately was the reason why BB6 ended terribly. He made a terrible choice when he turned on James.
I really thought tonight, I was like,
And I
Paul
don't
is going
see
to be the Maggie and Josh is going to be the Yvette.
that's how it should have been. That's how it should have
I was
been.
going to post something. I was going to be like, what's up with you people from Miami? Because, Yvette was from Miami too. Because I was going to be like,
I remember her partner Bo. That motherfucker was OC too.
Bo. Oh my God, Bo and Janelle's fight. Polyester hair. Y'all.
Honestly, I thought Bo was like, I think he was like Marcellus on steroids. Like,
bring back Marcellus. Bring back Marcellus.
I don't think he want to do this shit no more, man.
Oh my God, Marcellus.
But Marcellus would be interesting to see now.
Marcellus is so funny. Still to this day, Marcellus is hilarious. He's on Millionaire Matchmaker, and I just watched a preview of him like throwing a fucking fit, and it was
Marcellus, man.
Marcellus. Seriously, bring me back Jason, the most underrated. Wait, I take that back. Fuck Eric Stein. Eric Stein, you can go be number 3. The greatest player to never win this game is Jason Guy. Yes, Jason Guy. Jason Guy.
Well, no, you gotta say it's Daniel Reyes then.
Well,
you'd really give it to Jason over Danielle?
Yeah, I would, because I'm sorry, Danielle was stupid enough to want to take Jason to final 2. Who the fuck would take Jason Guy to final 2? Jason Guy, you will never see him. If you Danielle turned on Jason. You will never see Jason Guy in a final 2. He would have to win it. He would have to win his way there.
Didn't Danielle turn on Jason with Lisa?
Yeah, because she couldn't hang on no more.
Wait, who won the final HOH? Was it Lisa or Danielle?
Lisa. It was Lisa versus Jason.
And she took out Jason. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Because I remember Jason took out Marcellus.
That first HOH, his hand, I think he literally just moved it a little bit and it came off the thing. He was only out there for 15 minutes, I want to say. And so then
isn't he a big time reporter now, Jason?
Yeah, in Orlando.
Yeah, he's the man.
Yeah, Jason Guy is the greatest player to never win that game, because Jason Guy, you will never see that fool in the final 2. Unless you're Cody Calafieri.
I'll admit that there'll never be another Jason archetype type player. No. You're not gonna find a guy with that soft of a voice, that nice, but that smart. And at the same time, that's secretive.
He was not dirty, but
sneaky.
Yes, and
mischievous.
He was willing to do the dirty work up front for Danielle, while Danielle just kind of sat in the back
Yeah, that was a dope ass alliance right there.
That was a dope alliance, and I was hoping we were gonna get that from some Dom and Mark, but there were too many cowards in this damn game.
Yeah, Mark, man, peer pressure is what made Mark choose Elena over Dom. I still believe that to this day, man.
Yeah, I think
just
Mark
watching them feeds, the chemistry was there.
Little kid.
Nah, I just think Mark. I just think he's never had a sister before, and I think he kind of he just thought too much about what was going on instead of just vibing.
I felt like Mark wanted to be a part of the cool kids club for once.
Yeah,
because he probably wasn't in high school. So he felt like Paul made him feel like one of the cool kids. And so he did whatever it took. And then finally he woke up whenever he realized that, I don't really know what made him realize this. But he did. And I really don't know what the I don't freaking know. I don't know. But somehow it happened, and then he tried making up for it in jury with all his freaking tantrums. I really did think the jury editing with that first jury thingy where Mark says he's gonna come in second place. I thought they were talking about Josh, or I thought that maybe production edited it that way.
Now we know for a fact he was talking about Paul. I thought he was definitely talking about Josh too.
I thought it was the editing. No, CBS, I really think they did not give two fucks about that editing at that point. I really think they were just like, we can't get these people to vote for him. Just give them the raw cut. Like.
So here's my question for you, Miss Raven. What is your top 5 best winners in Big Brother US history? Now this gonna be good.
Gosh.
Because if you're saying Eric Stein is close to the top of never won,
Will Kirby.
Okay, so we're going 5 to 1 or 1 to 5?
1 to 5.
Okay, all right. Will 1.
Will Kirby. Maggie Osborne. Number 2. I know that is not a favorable argument, but let's be honest here. You really think that Maggie Osborne, the Ice Queen herself, that has zero emotion, will ever fall for Dan's bullshit? Hell no. Hell no.
A lot of people say that Maggie and Paul played the same game.
I said that. Yeah, they did.
It's just she won with hers.
The friendship. Oh God.
Because really, Yvette is Josh.
Yeah, honestly, this was basically season 16, but instead of half and half, it
season
was
6, you mean?
2 versus 9.
So who you got for number 3 then?
Josh, what? And you know, Maggie wasn't even supposed to win that season. Howie voted wrong.
Really? He wanted Yvette to win?
You didn't hear about that? That's old news. Yeah.
Why would he want Yvette to win that?
So did that's happened before. This Big Brother Canada, my friends, was not the first. Big Brother Canada 1 was not the first time someone voted wrong. No. Go all the way back to All Stars. If you go look at watch All Star feeds, which you can't anymore, they talked about it on All Stars. Howie voted for Maggie when he meant to vote for Yvette, and Danielle Reyes also talked about it on Rob Has a Podcast years ago. Maggie was not supposed to win, and Drew Daniel was not supposed to win. Diane accidentally voted for Drew. She was going to vote for Michael because she was bitter.
She wanted Cowboy to win over Drew? She wanted Cowboy to win because she was bitter. No.
Yep.
That would have been, man. Talk about Josh winning is terrible. Cowboy is a winner?
And Yvette was supposed to win. Yvette was supposed to win Big Brother 6. That's why Yvette, after the show, stopped talking to the friendship because none of them voted for her to win except for Bo, her secret partner. Everyone else on the other side, which was like the Sovereign 6, they all voted for her.
Damn.
And everyone hated the friendship too.
So who's your 3 through 5?
Okay. So Will, Maggie, I guess Dan, even though I think Dan's a little twerp.
Ooh, hold up. Elaborate.
Dan is a little twerp. Dan is such a little, he's such a little dweeb. Like, I feel like if I were in the house with Dan and he tried talking to me, I would just say, like, what do you want? Like, get out of here. I don't want to hear you speak. Like, he would be the Paul to my Cody. Like, I would want him gone.
I mean, he's the one who came up with nomination roulette, which I thought was the greatest cop-out to nominate someone of all time. It's like,
that was pretty badass.
On the block, Ollie.
But the guy came up with that when he was like 14 practicing. He was practicing that speech since he was 14 years old. He better have gotten it right.
He was like, hey, when I ask you that question, say his name. When I ask you the question, say her name. All of them was in on that shit. That shit was cold. I got to give it. And the funeral.
And he picked the best person to do it on, Michelle. Because she's like, how the fuck? I didn't agree to play no roulette. How did I get nominated? I wasn't a part of no roulette. Like,
no, he did that. He did that to put Ollie on the block because he made a deal with Ollie during the endurance comp that he would never nominate him.
Because he made a deal with Ollie saying that he would not nominate Ollie or Michelle, and Ollie can pick one of the 2 nominations. Which I'm sorry, that's too good to be true. If it's too good to be true, don't take it. Yeah. Like, come on now. Okay.
Yeah, that was an Alex and Elena deal.
I'm not saying Derek because I think Derek played against stupid people, so you can't make me say Derek. 4. Hold up. Who's?
This is interesting.
I guess. Who's 12?
12 was Hayden.
We had some shitty winners. Oh my god.
And Josh fits right in with that group.
I love Mike Boogie. Fuck everyone. Boogie's #1 for me.
Wait, so you're pushing everybody back?
Oh, I love him. I think he's hilarious.
So you're pushing everyone
Boogie's
back?
Like #4.
Okay. I was just making sure.
5.
So we got Will, we got Maggie, we got Dan and Boogie.
I don't want to say Derek. I refuse.
Can't pick Ian or Steve because them dudes lucked up like a motherfucker.
Ooh, I wish I could say Ian, but I can't say Ian because that's just like, or Rachel. Ooh. I like Hayden, but I thought Enzo should have won, so no. Who won? Fuck it. Adams, you gotta be smart as fuck if you can put together some sort of drug ring.
I am shocked that you found a way never to say Evil Dick.
I'm gonna say June. I'm gonna say June song.
That's a great pick. I'm just shocked you didn't say Evil Dick in that entire list. I'm shocked.
Oh, I love Evil Dick, but he wasn't Evil Dick.
I agree with you though. That game does not work in any other season.
Stein contributed a lot to that win, but then again, Evil Dick was playing for 2, not just 1.
Yeah, degree of difficulty.
I would put him at like in the 6. Now, Josh will be like next to Jordan Lloyd. Like for worst players, it would be Jordan Lloyd, Josh, Adam, Rachel.
I think Josh, the only person he's better than is the season 1 winner, and that's because the season 1 winner kind of got voted by America to win. So
the season 1, that wasn't Big Brother. That was BBOTT prequel.
Big Brother under the top.
Josh is with UTT. Jordan Lloyd. Josh is just like Jordan Lloyd in the sense that, like, in the words of Evil Dick, producers tried handing the football to Jeff. He fumbled. Jordan slipped on a banana peel, fell on the football, and scored a touchdown.
It was really some Charlie Brown shit, for real.
Literally, that's what happened with Josh. Now, just like Jordan Lloyd, if Josh ever played again, he will make it to Final 4-ish. But that's just because there's no point in wasting an HOH on him. I would not. No, hell no, I ain't wasting my HOH on Josh. Are you crazy? That's why I can't believe Jessica did that.
Yeah. Okay. So if I had to rate my my best 5, I'm gonna go 5-1 here, mainly because it's hard for me to. 5, I'd probably throw. Damn, you right though. It's a lot of unlikable motherfuckers that won. So 5. Yeah. Okay, so I have to go with. I'm gonna have to go June 5th.
Yep.
4th. My cat keep making noise. I'm like, calm down. It's gonna be all right.
Who's underrated? Lisa.
Lisa should have lost to both of the people she was against. So that's why I kind of look at her as like a welfare winner. But
yeah, I do too. But Lisa, from what I understand from an interview I watched, Lisa would have won even if there was a jury. Jason and Danielle should have. Why would you take Lisa to the final 3 over Amy?
You know what? I'm gonna go for my 4th one. I'm gonna go. See, it comes down to a lot of different people here. All right, 4th, I'm going Derek. 3rd, I'm going Evil Dick. 2nd, this is what's going to piss people off here. 2nd, I'm going Will, and 1st, I'm going Dan. I think Dan is the greatest. I love Will, but the thing is, Dan's the only one who legit could have won twice. Will, he got found out about. But then again, Will was going against a group of all-stars. But people could argue that that all-star season was full of dumb people as well.
But Will didn't have a veto. Will literally never had a veto. And when he did have a veto, he never even needed it. And on top of that, Will, like Dick, played for 2 instead of 1. Because let's be real here, Boogie wouldn't have been up there without Will. And on top of that, and
if you look at both of Will and Dan's both first seasons, they're very similar. Both of them.
Dan was a wannabe Will. Dan tried playing Will's game.
Nah, I can't say that because they're very different. They're very different because Dan. Because remember in Dan's season, he had a guy who I thought could have been a better player than him if he would have just calmed the fuck down. That dude Brian, I thought he actually had the most potential in the season, but he wouldn't shut up, and he kept trying to get Dan to work with that one girl and him, and he kept doing too much, and that's what made Brian target and Dan. And only when Dan survived, sitting next to Brian. Only then did Dan finally figure out a way how to lay low and kind of like become like part of the peripheral. And that's the same thing with Will, because Will, he had a girlfriend in season 2 and Mike Boogie. Both of them got knocked out basically back to back. And Will was kind of in the same situation Dan was. They had to work their way from the bottom and claw their way. Will clawed his way back into an alliance with Hardy and Nicole. And Dan found a way to claw his way into an alliance with
But Will would have been able to
Memphis
make it to the final 2 if Janelle and Erica did not talk. And Will probably would have won again if he made it into that final 2 with Boogie. Dan wasn't gonna win that last season. He wasn't gonna win no matter. You don't think
Boogie would have cut Will to make sure he won that game?
No,
because I don't think Will would have won the final HOH. I think Boogie would have still won it.
Will would have either bowed down or Boogie would have taken him and
lost. Boogie would have lost.
I think Will would have went with Boogie, would have probably said, okay, I don't really care which one of us wins, just choose one, and then Boogie probably would have won.
I don't think Boogie beat Will
a freaking pin for $250,000, and then Will would buy that pin. Or
I think Boogie was hungry in All Stars. I think he would have cut Will if he had to. If he really had to.
See, I feel like Boogie wouldn't have made it there if it weren't for Boogie. Wouldn't have even been on All Stars.
Cody wouldn't have made it to the final 3 without Derek, but he still should have cut him. It's the same logic.
Wait, did you say Cody and Derek?
I said Cody should have cut Derek in the final 3, but he didn't, and he lost. So I think it would have been the same
final
thing.
7 without Derek. Cody should have been cut along.
And I think Boogie wouldn't have. I don't think Boogie would have been nowhere close to final 3 without Will either. But that's my point. I think in the same way that Cody should have never took Derek, I think Boogie should never take Will.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because Will already won anyway. It's like, bro, you understand. You're Will. Like, if I'm sitting next to Erica, I win, and I'm sure Will wouldn't even care. He'd still give him the vote. Will ain't no petty dude.
Dan played against a box of rocks and had 3 weeks of safety in season 14. Season 7, there was no 3-week safety bullshit.
Can you really say he played against a box of rocks though? Dan outsmarted Boogie a lot in that season.
Dan played against Ashley and who else? Chef Joe.
But hold up, Raven.
Danielle Murphy.
Dan was so good.
Like Raven. Danielle Murphy is the Raven.
Dan is so good. He talked Ian into flipping on Boogie, who was his coach. Like, you gotta give that to Dan. And Boogie's in your top 5. So if Dan outsmarted a top 5 guy, and no one else in that top 5,
my top 5 because I just think Boogie's funny as fuck. Like, Boogie's not in my top 5 because of strategy.
But who else in a consensus top 5 has outsmarted someone else in the top 5 besides Dan? That's a deep question.
Dr. Will.
Who is he outsmarted in the top 5? He's never outsmarted Boogie because they was
in the
always
top
together.
5.
So that's why Dan is my number one. See, I just gave Dan his reason to be number one.
No, Will is number one because without Will, the show would not even exist. Okay, it would have been gone after season 3.
I feel you. Without Will Chamberlain and Bill Russell, the NBA wouldn't be what it is today. That don't mean they better than Jordan. You feel what I'm saying? Or LeBron. You feel me?
Jordan played Big Brother, she's essentially playing the lottery. Like, she's playing the Powerball.
Everybody's agreeing with you saying Will is better. I don't really see that many people saying Dan. Well, they're saying Dan had a muff pass. That's true. But the thing is,
Will, I've been saying that.
But Boogie had that muff pass too, guys. Boogie had the muff pass and Janelle.
I'm sorry. Will
and Janelle
with Jace and convince those people to keep him and evict Jace of all people.
Dan outplayed the greatest female player in Big Brother US history, Janelle Perzina, and he outplayed.
Hold the fuck up. Rewind.
She's not the best ever.
Is not the best Big Brother player of all. Big Brother female player of all time. Hell no.
Who's better than Janelle?
Janelle can win some competitions, but Janelle, when it comes to strategy, there is none. That's why
the only person who can hold a candle to Janelle is Vanessa, though.
Janelle without the Sovereign 6, aka or Sovereign 4, I guess is what we should say, aka James, Ryan, Barely, Howie, and Kaser, who were willing to ride or die literally for her. Without them, she does not make it past pre-jury. I mean, she does not make it
But you can say that about every single great player, though.
Okay. Janelle has what strategy has Janelle ever shown?
I'll agree with you on that.
Strategy by leaving her in the game because she would always be a bigger target than them. That's where that strategy originally came from.
But you still haven't named the female player that's better. That's my it's hard. June is better than Janelle.
June was able to have her damn ex-boyfriend be stupid enough to align with her and then cut him so then he can go campaign for her in jury. June is evil as fuck, and her ex-boyfriend of 10 years knew it and still aligned with her and still went like all the way to Final 5 with her and got cut by her.
But I feel bad for Allison because I think Allison in another season wins. But in that season, she couldn't do it.
There's a lot of females that are better than Janelle. If you don't count competitions, strategy-wise, even if you count competitions, kinda, Nokomis, Diane Henry, Nokomis created that 6. Nokomis and Marvin, I don't know who the fuck created that bullshit. Diane Henry was cutting people left and right. How the fuck you gonna insult Danielle Reyes like that?
Hey, I love me some Danielle Reyes, but
okay, Danielle Reyes literally.
Janelle is Janelle. She's the queen.
Danielle Reyes is evil. Janelle can just win some competitions. Janelle has really good luck. Because most of those competitions are luck, just like James Ryan, the Veto King. How many times have we seen his lucky ass go in that backyard and win these random ass vetoes to save his ass?
And it was rigged a lot for Janelle in All Stars. I'm not gonna act like that didn't happen as well.
The button.
Oh yeah, a lot of malfunctions when Erica won HOH and was gonna target her early in the game, and they said the buzzers weren't working, so they had to start over. Then Janelle wins it. Yeah, all of that shit was real iffy. But I think there's a lot that comes into play when you talk about who's the best player, especially just strictly from a female player perspective. And I think Janelle got that impact, I think June doesn't get the credit she deserves, though, because she isn't white. I'll admit that.
Go into the house, whether it be 10 years later or 10 years prior, and still wipe the floor with all of us. Danielle Reyes can go into that house right now. First of all, none of those idiots would have known who she was. Second of all, she could probably... Well, honestly, Danielle Reyes is just a very good liar, and
She is a really good liar.
The end. Janelle, I don't remember Janelle ever even lying in the game. Like, what is one
she
move?
lied to Marcellus.
Janelle put up Maggie with Jennifer, and then won the veto and used the veto on Maggie.
Yeah.
To put up Yvette.
Mm-hmm. And then Jennifer went home.
Even though they were either way, Jennifer was getting evicted.
And wasn't that right after Kaser got thrown right back out the door?
Huh?
Wasn't that after Kaser came back and Jennifer lied to him in that endurance comp, and then she won HOH and then threw him out right back out the door? Wasn't that then
when
Janelle win the next one?
That was also Maggie.
Mm-hmm.
And they knew Maggie was the person leading that little cult division. You have this bitch on the block. What? James Ryan, you know damn well he would vote for her out. You have the.
Well, yeah.
No.
Which is why it was interesting how James
Howie too much. That's what happened.
James really wanted to be Danielle's new what's homeboy's name? Jason Guy. He really wanted to be another Jason Guy to her.
He did, because Danielle was evil.
But he can't help himself. He wins too many comps to be Jason Guy. You got to be a little subtle to be Jason Guy. You can't be out here trying to be Comp Beast McGee out here.
No, to be Jason Guy, you actually have to be nice. James Ryan is evil, like Danielle.
He's a liar. Yeah, man.
James
Ryan, he talks with a lisp a lot.
Would go make an alliance. Like, I feel like James Ryan, he's like what, 50 now? And he still would go into that Big Brother house tomorrow, and
still
he would go make an alliance
with
the floor, the sofa, the toaster, like everything. And you know what? You know who is I think is a good winner, but I don't know if this person would do well in like any season, because I just think they could.
Don't say Andy. Don't say Andy.
I was gonna say Andy.
I knew it.
Andy played a very good.
Oh man.
Floater game. Like,
and I want to call out Andy right now, because this motherfucker was talking. Said, if the jury's mad at you, you did something wrong. Andy, you were next to Gina Marie, okay? No matter what you did wrong in that season, nothing's as bad as Gina Marie, okay? So stop acting like you did nothing wrong in your season because you won it.
Though,
like, come on.
That vote that Andy did framing Alyssa for that like McCrae vote, like I know that vote against Amanda, that was good. I'm gonna give him credit. Like, and he for a moment I did think that he was literally a sociopath, because he just like looked, it was during a double eviction, looked McCrae in the face so good and just lied his ass off. And I was like, he's a psycho.
It's because he's from Chicago, Raven. Like, we're good at lying to people in their face.
Like,
we're really
Andy
good.
Can lie his ass off. Alyssa can't. Alyssa's just like.
I think Boston and Chicago, I think it's something about the environment that we grow up in that makes us great at lying to strangers. Because if you really look at Survivor, most people from Boston do really well. Like Boston Rob, Jeremy Collins, like Rodney did well. You know, and Rodney, that's a guy I would love to see on Big Brother. Matter of fact, a guy like Rodney. Do you know who Rodney Lavoie is? It's my damn birthday.
I know Malcolm, and I know who's that guy that
you got to get into some Survivor strategy, darling. You got to get into it.
Ozzy is.
You got to get into Survivor. It's gonna be great to help you get your Big Brother fix in. Survivor's great for that, because even though it's completely different, it's good strategy.
Really sweet boy won, and I liked him a lot. Adam.
Oh yeah. Millennials versus Gen X.
Season. It was really, 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 really good. And I saw the one. Was that the same season where the guy like made the fake veto and gave it to? I mean, not the veto, the fake idol. And that other kid found it, and he thought it was an idol, and so he plays it, and he's like, "What? I got played!" Like,
I forgot who did that shit. Was it Taylor that played that fake one?
Some really awkward guy like made it like out of nothing, and it looked so real.
I remember.
The guy that played really it had long hair. He was on the same season as Michaela's first season.
Okay, I think that was Taylor. I think that,
Taylor.
did he have a? I think he had a showmance with a girl named Figgy at the beginning of the season.
Not
it
that
wasn't Taylor.
One. His little friend with the brown hair. He was at.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
He looks like he's probably 13 years old, but he's like 30.
He was low key like my favorite player of the season. His name start with like a J, I think. I'm sure in the chat they know who I'm talking about.
He was at that Kids World charity thing.
Jay, there we go. Shout out to Brandon F. Jay, that's his name. I knew it started with a J, and I was saying his name the whole time.
Funny, I died laughing when I watched that go down.
Yeah, Jay's the man.
Episode I saw, my mama was watching it, and I was like sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck? What is that? And I'm sitting here watching this episode.
That's the one thing Survivor's got really good. Their all newbie seasons are always great in Survivor. Always. Always. Because they make legends.
Season with Hayden Moss, but I couldn't get into it.
That was a good season. Blood versus Water.
I watched like the first episode, and then I was like, okay, I don't like any of these people.
Yeah, it's because you gotta watch the seasons before to understand why all of these people matter. Like someone who's never watched Survivor, they're gonna look at someone like Rupert. They're gonna look at Rupert and go, I'm not getting.
Yeah, was that the guy that
with the tie-dye shirts on all the time with the huge beard?
Was there with them?
Yeah,
he had the beard and the long hair.
He's like the most popular Survivor player of all time. That guy.
Some Survivor juries. Yeah, those people, they get mad.
Yeah, Rupert's one of the only people to ever win favorite player and get $1 million for favorite player.
How many times he play? Like 12.
Like Survivor, they throw good money. Why
the fuck you get $1 million for Survivor but $500,000 for Big Brother?
Because Survivor's better. I hate to say it like that, but
I mean,
Survivor's
I'm not about to go spend 37 days.
Because they're starving to death.
Days on an island.
But that's why you get paid twice as much.
100 days inside of a house, a confined space.
Yeah, but you're still getting the air conditioning, though. You're still, like, not in the elements. These people are out in the elements eating rice and beans, shitting in the water, wiping their ass with sand. You know what I mean? Like, these people are doing some crazy shit. They're drinking water from wells and having to boil it before they drink it. Like, it's crazy. And that's why low-key want to do it.
How the production crew even... Like, how does that even work? If it were me, I would literally hitchhike to like the nearest exit, and I would like find like someone and ask them to borrow a phone and like ask to stay at their home and have them drive me back for like the competition. And I would pretend that I was there all night. Like I would wake up there like, no.
Yeah, Survivor's popping, but it's an acquired taste. And I think, because I started off as a Big Brother only person, then I started to slowly but surely get into the old seasons of Survivor and understand the metagame. Because the metagame of Survivor is much different than the metagame of Big Brother, of course, because Big Brother is more so, Big Brother's strategy is based off of expect the unexpected, but there's always certain things that's going to happen, like a veto ceremony, stuff like that. Survivor, same way, immunity challenge. But the fact that you start off as a tribe and have to work as a team first, then you make the merge and have to play alone. It makes you deceiving and betraying people even worse because you spent so much time fighting with them in the elements. It's almost like someone that's legit part of your family is cutting you when you get to that merge because y'all starving together.
I remember when I was like really young. I remember watching not watching a season, but my parents loved Survivor. And I remember the final two, it was like Boston Rob and his now wife. And they were in the final two and everyone hated them.
Oh yeah.
Why did they hate them so much? And
I'll tell you why they hated them. They hated them because number one, Survivor has way more pregame alliances than Big Brother, mainly because they have more all returnee seasons than Big Brother. Big Brother's only had one all returnee season, whereas Survivor, they've had heroes versus villains, and they've had all stars, and they've had second chances, and they've also had game changers.
Oh dear God!
So they've had 4 different seasons with all returnees. And because of that, you have this pool of people that go to all of these reality rallies and stuff, and they become friends. Well, Boston Rob had this friendship with a guy named Lex. I think his name is Lex Luxembourg. I can't remember his last name. His name is Lex.
Is that the guy, Evil Dick's guy?
Yeah, that's his homie, Lex. Lex played in Survivor Africa. In Survivor Africa, it didn't age well, in my opinion. Any of those like first 5 seasons don't really age well, like Marquesas and all those seasons, they don't age well because someone's calling her. But all those seasons don't really age well because the quality wasn't really in HD yet. So it's like 4:3 and kind of scaly. But
wasn't Rob's sister Nino on one of those seasons?
Yes. Rob's sister Nino was on Amazon, which was, I think,
that's when he looked like Jordan Parhar.
Wait, say that one more time.
Rob's sister Nino, when he was on Survivor, him and Jordan Parhar looked alike.
Oh, I don't know.
They look exactly alike. They have that little nerdy look. Yes.
But the thing is, Rob's sister Nino was on All Stars too. That he was in that season when Boston Rob. But see, Boston Rob's cut him before the merge. Boston Rob did a lot of dirty shit. He did Rob's sister Nino dirty, and he didn't like Rob's sister Nino because they had the same name. It was like an ego thing with Rob, and he knew Rob was the new kid on the block. Rob, he was the most popular guy because Amazon. I think Amazon happened, and I think Cook Islands happened right before All Stars. I think Rupert was the person no one knew going into All Stars, whereas everyone knew who Rob was going into All Stars, and that's what made the target on Rob so huge. And for whatever reason, they decided to put 2 Robs on the same starting tribe. But all in all, Rob, because he started to fall in love with his soon-to-be wife during this season, he had to do a lot of dirty shit to make sure him and his girl would stay together. And eventually they got split up because there was a tribe swap. She goes to this other tribe, and Lex is on the tribe she's on. And usually when someone is in a tribe swap, that new person that gets put on another tribe full of a whole bunch of other people, they usually are the first boot because they're not part of their original alliance. Let's get rid of them. But Boston Rob asked Lex, he said, just please do me a favor, man. If you can, please save her. Lex saves her. And when the merge comes,
like Cody and Jessica and Mark and all this, oh my God.
And when the merge comes, Boston Rob blindsides Lex and gets him out. And because he did that to Lex, Lex was bitter as hell. So Lex has one of the most viral jury speeches of all time.
Wait, was Lex the one that was like went
with
to
the
shake
mohawk
his hand and was like something stupid?
Oh no! You talking about you talking about Tom? That's Tom.
I do remember that, and I remember like using that for years because I thought it was so funny.
He was like, "What you think I'm an idiot or something?" Yes, but I think it's very important for you to. I wouldn't even. A lot of people say you should always start watching Survivor with the first season. The most common thing for people is to say always go heroes versus villains because that's when everything was that's when the climax of strategy and blind sides just became this spectacle because, you had seasons prior to that where you had like fans versus favorites, which ended up becoming the new blood versus water and shit. But all in all, Survivor's just a great product because when you put people on that island and they have to deal with the elements, they become like they turn into their primal instinct and they become more like Neanderthals as opposed to becoming humans. Now,
I heard Parvati be working it up in there and she be pulling these cats.
And it's funny because Russell in Hero versus Villains, he was in the final 3 with Parvati and Sandra Diaz. So he would have lost to an eventual 2-time winner regardless. Because they were not going to vote for him to win. They were either going to vote Parvati to win or Sandra because they were so disgusted with Russ. And I just think Russell gets a bad rap because Russell's just a great player. The man finds idols like you would find quarters in your couch.
I heard he finds idols. I heard he'll throw out food.
Yes, I'll just say the strategy to Survivor is just, man. It's like when I watch a Survivor season because there's no live feeds. Not having the option to look at the live feeds is kind of refreshing in a way. Mm-hmm. And it's just really, really dope. And the way they edit it, at first, like back in the day, the old-fashioned way to edit it, it was kind of telegraph. You knew who was going home based off the edit. Now the editors have gotten real smart with these. Now they know how to blindside the audience, which is something Big Brother can't do because of live feeds. We always know who's about to go home for the most part.
Or just whenever they on Big Brother, whenever they're playing the episode of the live eviction, the person that they are talking about, quote unquote, saving, yeah, that's the person going home. The person that they're talking about in the episode, like you have so and so, like each group of people saying, "Should we save blah blah blah?" No, that bitch is going home. Don't get your hopes up.
Yeah, but
they always do that. The last scene is the person that's going home. I
kind of wish Big Brother would take a step, take a note from Survivor and allow the veto to be anonymous. Whoever wins it, no one knows who wins it every time. Make it always anonymous, kind of like the roadkill comp.
I was gonna say, why don't we have roadkill? I hope they bring back that that temptation competition.
No.
Yes.
No more Christmas comps. Ugh.
Temptation competition.
Get it away.
That was a Christmas comp? No, that was like
temptation comps were the Christmas comps.
No backdoor comp.
I kind of felt like that was another way to help Paul. That was another way to help Paul. Hey, Paul, if you get last place on purpose, you can become the third nominee, and we can guarantee.
I still can't get over the fact Matt wins veto on the block and then used it on Jason.
Yeah, Matt, but that's why Matt was so pissed off at Jason for turning on him later on in the game. It was like, bro, I used a veto on you. What the fuck? And so, in that retrospect,
I would be like, have you not watched the show?
Yeah, I mean, none of them watch the show. That's the thing, though. All of them recruits, betas, floaters, and recruits.
They bring Matt back for a fucking all-star season.
Oh hell no! Send that dude to Amazing Race.
I would be done. I would be like, bye.
Let him and Raven do Amazing Race, so none of us can watch it. You know what show I would love to see some like Big Brother Survivor players do though? Have you ever heard of that show that was on CBS for the first time over this past year called Hunted? Have any of y'all ever seen that show? I love that show.
That is a badass show.
Yes, that show's cool. I would love to see some Big Brother Survivors players do that instead of Amazing Race.
You know what? I feel like Cody would do so good at that show.
Now that would be cold. Seeing him and Jess do that, oh, that would be lit. That would be lit.
Do so good at that show. What they should do is they should have Hunted, like Survivor, Big Brother Hunted, but the theme is like your rival. Put Cody and
make
Paul.
Your partner be someone you hate. Yeah, that would be lit.
That'd be some good TV.
That would be
some
man, we out here giving CBS ideas. We want our checks, damn it.
I'm telling you, because that would be some good TV. I just wanted to at least see like Cody get evicted and then that double eviction, have Paul get evicted and have them both in that jury house, like back to back together. Like something, like I needed something. I wish they had jury live feeds so we could have seen the Raven and Matt versus the house, like something. That's what CBS needs to do. Y'all, Big Brother sucks.
Yeah.
At least get some jury feeds. There you go.
So what are the odds that you think that this, because I haven't really spoken about Big Brother Celebrity yet. What are the odds that a Survivor or former Big Brother player wind up on that Big Brother Celebrity deal?
100%. They're basically, this is my prediction. We're going to have people from the real world. We're going to have like 7 people from Survivor because they already have them on the payroll anyway. Maybe like some washed up actress, like, I don't know, who hasn't been on TV in a while? Let me think. I'm not gonna say Raven.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, that person, whoever. No, I'm sorry, Mary Kate or Ashley Olsen, one of them.
You can't have crackheads on Big Brother. What's wrong with you?
Like one of them, and then like 5 people from The Bachelor or Bachelorette, so that way they have some showmances up in there. I can't see them having real celebrities just because there would be way too many preseason alliances. Like you gonna put Justin Timberlake and Britney up in there? Well, actually,
Jessica
you know what?
Biel.
They probably should. That would not be a preseason alliance. Or Brad and Jennifer. Well, actually, that might be every season alliance. So
Yeah, they need to have some celebrities that hate each other walk up in there. They should put Kevin Hart in there and and
yes,
have
I
the chick
want
that's
this
trying to
shit.
extort them walk
I
up
want
in
this
there.
shit to be as ratchet as hell. I want it to be BB9 ratchet as fuck. Like,
They should have Dave Chappelle on there and Key and Peele on there.
yes,
That would be a beef.
I want TMZ to be writing articles like every day because these people like don't know shit about feeds and they don't know Big Brother fans are crazy. Like, I want TMZ writing an article every day. I want people using. I want like Paula Dean in there using.
Oh damn, Paula Dean. Oh shit. If you put Paula Dean in there, you got to put like a thorough brother like D.L. Hughley on the season or something. Then you got to have somebody to counteract that craziness.
Yes, that's what I want. That is what I want. Because I mean, if we gotta go Z list,
Man, if Bernie Mac was still alive, he'd be so perfect for Big Brother. Oh, that would be perfect.
That's true. You know what? They're gonna put Frankie Grande in there, so there you go.
Yeah, I think he's a shoe-in. I think they made this for Frankie.
I'm pretty sure Frankie Grande was in the audience a few days. You know what? They gonna put Davon on there too. Davon's gonna be.
She is not no damn celebrity, man. I'm sorry, Davon, but no. I want to see my sister shine, but no.
It's funny though.
She's a pre-jury boot that's already been granted all-star status. Like, what?
They would put Iko Wong. They would put Iko Wong. I believe it. I do believe that.
Like, if you look at Davon's game both times, she was a pre-jury boot and the first member of the jury. Each time she's trash.
But she's so funny. Like,
and then they reward Jason Roy for being trash and let him come back. It's like, what is going on here?
Jason Roy was funny as fuck too. I mean, he was a little much, but
I think they might bring Austin for Celebrity Big Brother because technically he is a wrestler. I think they could.
They'll bring Jesse back before they bring Austin.
You're right.
Yeah,
I think they gotta bring Jesse.
They better bring Jesse back.
Yeah,
they better bring Jesse back.
And I think Jesse really got screwed. I think he had season 11 by the balls. He had season 11 by the balls.
Oh, he did.
He was on that Paul shit, low key. The way them girls cried.
They got their money's worth out of Jeff and Jordan. Jeff and Jordan, that was a pretty good investment CBS made.
Jeff came up with, oh.
That was funny as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. That was probably one of my favorite moments. You got Jesse sitting there like,
he's like, not again.
He knew it. Like, he saw that coming. He was like, America really just hates my life.
As soon as he told Josh to sit down, he took his shirt off and shit.
Tonight. He was Paul with the when he heard Cody's name as the final key.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna go replay that for hours. But people, I have to head out because
it's damn near midnight.
I actually have to work tomorrow. He, instead of going to his little NYC penthouse that he probably already paid for because he thought he was gonna win Big Brother tonight and win $500K, instead he has to go home to his mama's mansion and sleep upstairs. So.
Well, it was great to have you, Miss Raven, on another Recency Bias Radio Rant. We're definitely gonna get you back. You are an honorary co-host, in my opinion. So when celebrity starts up, it's gonna get lit. You feel me?
Yes. Hashtag BB20 no vets.
But try to keep up with Survivor, this new season Survivor. I guarantee you'll love it.
Before I go to bed, like, I'm gonna watch one episode of that Boston Rob all-star bullshit thing because I really want to see someone just fucking people over left and right.
Yeah, it's a good season. If I had to prescribe another season outside of that one, I would say Survivor China. Survivor China is probably the one where you can never go wrong. That's the one with Todd and
take these people to all these countries, but they can't afford a new Big Brother house.
Yeah, and they've been using the same house since 6. That's the crazy part.
BB20, they better go ask Canada if they could rent that damn spaceship they had.
Canada got such a every year they shit is so clean.
That house.
And the way they put the house guest pictures like across the wall in those huge banners, that's so fly. That's so fly.
I noticed that in Canada, they don't really whisper as much, and you know why? The chances of people getting into your conversation are way less. The chance of Paul walking through the door to interrupt you every 5 minutes is actually more like every 10 minutes because it takes 5 minutes to go from one half of the house to the other half anyway.
Mm-hmm. And what makes
Like,
their house much cooler is the fact that everyone has to go downstairs
yes,
to kick it. But they all go upstairs to sleep. So it's not like the HOH the only person upstairs. Everyone's
right.
upstairs. You know, and I love that, man.
And their
I love
HOH
that.
room is nice too. That thing is big.
And their yard, and then the jacuzzi that they got in that like steam room area in the cut. I mean, the budget.
They only get $100K as their grand prize, yet they get that big.
Yeah, they definitely deserve to. I would say fuck all that shopping spree at the brick shit and add another
exactly.
250K
yes.
to the prize
CBS,
money.
Get your shit together.
For really though. But I just want to say thank you so much, Raven, for being on this episode.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you would like to leave the viewers with?
Say about this winner, ask me tomorrow.
Is there anything else you would like to leave the viewers with?
Go troll Paul on Twitter.
And make sure if you guys troll him, make sure you say hashtag Paul retirement party to him as well.
Please.
Really fuck with him.
We don't want to see you on The Amazing Race, and we don't even want to see your friend Victor on. We don't even want to see Victor on. Shit, they gonna bring Victor on BB20. They gonna oh my god.
Low key, there's people saying that everyone who was in that Revenger shit is coming back. Like that's the rumor right now. So
I've rewound that thing like 27 times to see who's all in it, just so I can see who.
I think ooh, they gonna bring them back.
And it's all the worst players too.
I was so shocked to see Davon in that Revengers. I was like, wow, they just wanted a black woman.
I wasn't.
That's what it is.
Dude, CBS, they love Davon. Davon has been
they really do. And honestly, my whole thing is, if they would cast black women better, they wouldn't have to constantly use Davon.
I know.
You know?
And you know what I think it was? The icing on the cake? That jury tape or whatever. Paulie versus Davon. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was funny.
Yeah, they went at it. That
was like,
that's what production wanted Cody and Matt to do. That's what they wanted. They put Matt up to that shit, and Cody was too smart. He said, "I'm gonna walk away." Fuck, I look like.
I think the jury segment last week with the whole Raven coming in saying she's been helping Paul pull strings. I think that was almost better than Paulie and Davon, because like Raven's voice, like
just calling herself a puppet master. That shit's crazy, man.
Cameron had me dying. Cameron goes, only strings that Raven's been pulling all season are on Matt's sweatpants thing.
What was the dumber thing to say though? Raven saying she's a puppet master, or Jose saying he's the messiah of the newbies? Like, I can't really tell which one's the dumber quote.
Think about it this way, Jose,
because at least Raven made
number one ally. His ride or die was Paul.
Yeah.
So, and Jose's
Paul and Victor. Yeah.
And you know what? Raven's ride or die was Paul. What do those two fools have in common?
Paul. Napoleon.
So, you are who you hang out with, Paul. Find new friends with that $50,000 check you got for the second year in a row.
Hey, but that's good money, man. $100K in 2 years, man. Well, actually, $100K in 12 months, really, if you look at it. So, hey, kudos to you, Paul. Hey,
I mean, and you got to include that Candy Crush stipend.
Yeah, I mean,
and you got to include that BBOTT appearance he made.
And you got to include the fact. And you got to include the fact he already rich anyway. So
yeah, and the $25K stipend he got for coming in here. And CBS also technically paid Kevin $25K just to push a button to let him in here. I mean, I didn't know Paul was that expensive.
Yeah, and the fans almost rewarded Kevin for breathing with another $25K. Go figure.
Kevin, here's $25K for ruining the motherfucking season.
Kevin, we want you to get this money for existing. Like, what? Get the fuck out of here. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the 20th rant, the season finale rant of Big Brother 19. It will only get better from here. Thank you for being a part of this journey with me, with Raven, with every single person that's ever liked, shared, commented, subscribed. It's all love from me to you.
Retweeted.
And don't forget to check out the Foo song, ladies and gentlemen. And send that shit to Paul, too, with the whole Paul retirement shit hashtag.
And if his sister
tag him
back,
with that
y'all
shit.
tag me, because I would love to drag a bit.
And tag CBS with that song, too. You know what I'm saying? We need that shit to go viral, because we need to change it.
I really need to hear that.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to you. Matter of fact, I think I already texted it to you this morning the whole time. But yeah, I'm gonna send it to you again just in case if I'm wrong.
Okay.
But all in all, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. We're finna dip on out, y'all. And Raven already done dipped the fuck out. So thank you all for tuning in. We gonna be back soon when BB Celebrity starts up. I'm gonna take a nice, much needed break during Survivor, mainly because Survivor's not broken, so it's no need to rant. Now, if Survivor ends up being bad, it will be a rant on your feed coming out of nowhere. So I'm not saying hope for Survivor to be trash for me to come through with that hotness, but it's a win-win situation for us. I'm basically giving you guys that type of an ultimatum. But anyway, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I love you all. Check out that Foo song, man. Let's make it go viral, man. Let's change the way casting approaches everyone. Let's get an all newbie season. Let's work together with this hashtag, no returnees for BB20, okay? Let's work together for this. The Paul retirement party, let's work together for this, okay? We're making waves slowly but surely in this community. And we're only going to gather more influence with the more momentum that we pick up, ladies and gentlemen. And please believe, it hasn't been lost on me that BB Celebrity will bring in a lot more casuals than any other season will. So the views are going to get higher and everything. But anyway, thank you. I truly appreciate it. I'm finna enjoy the rest of my night. I got to work tomorrow as well. Hopefully I can get this Xbox One X soon. But no, though, that's neither here nor there. But y'all be smooth, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this post-finale recap / rant / radamontade. You feel me? You know I had to hit you with a big word real quick. But yeah, man, y'all be smooth, man. Deuces.